Woo! What's up, everybody? It's Thursday night. Wow. Another day, another Pokemon. Oh no, I'm low on penny sleeves. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to grab some more. That won't do. I don't know this song. It's got a catchy tune. Hey, look at this! XY Furious Fists. That's Lucario. He gonna punch your buns. I think if you got punched by this guy and he had a big metal spike on his hand, that would actually hurt pretty bad. What exactly is he based off of? He looks kind of like a standing up wolf or something. Yeah, I'm not sure. I wonder what Heracross is based off of. Probably a lightning bug. Wow. This is one of the dumbest Pokemon ever, the T-Rexamon. You hardly even see him. Nobody cares about him. All right, guys, let me go grab some penny sleeves. Actually, I think I need a new box of penny sleeves. So give me 2 seconds. All right, I'm here. Whew. Gail says, man, why am I still sad? You haven't opened enough Pokemon. If you do, the match there more or less... Whoa, what? Guess I brought my box cutter over. Let me put that back. Ooh. All right. Do-do-do-do-do. Spend your whole entire credit card, Gil. Yeah, I don't know about that, Alex. That sounds like some bad advice. So, putting these penny sleeves in. I read Furiously Fisting. I'm intrigued. That's right. It's going off this Saturday. It's called the Saturday Box Break now, because it will be open on Saturday. I don't really care how many spots are sold in it. It just will be open on Saturday. Here we are. Ooh. All right. Put that back over here. Wow, look at all these slabs, man. We got a lot of slabs. So one of the viewers was suggesting that my Sephiroth slab could be a mistitled Wave 2 slab. Let me just show this on screen real fast. So here's the Cloud, and here's the Sephiroth. Honestly, I looked up all kinds of different ways to determine what's what. Maybe he's Wave 2? I don't know. If he is, I'll just open a return. Looks like he could be Wave 2. He looks like he has the square pattern, maybe, right? Is that a square grid pattern? And then over here, this is not so square. This looks like the cross hatched or thatched, whatever the word is. So I think that the pattern goes left and right on the little dots here to form squares, right? And this goes diagonally. Do you see it? It does look diagonal. And if that's the case, then that is... Perhaps this is Wave 2 and it's been mislabeled. Oh, no. Boop. I don't want to buy a Wave 2 for the price of a Wave 1. We can't have that. Sue them, says Alex. Well, I'm pretty sure I can just open a return. Hey, that's perfect Aranya. How nice. I'm looking hard, says Dawn. Somebody was like, show off Pokemon cards. Yeah, we got a lot of Final Fantasy on the table at the moment, don't we? Schoolgirl. FBI, open up! Rainbow Dug Trio. Can't believe people aren't all jumping at the Rainbow Dug Trio. Come on, guys. That's Rainbow Doug Trio. All right, we got some fresh slabs. So let's see if we have a busy night tonight or a slow night tonight. Christine Andrews. I would like to buy the Sonics box we talked about. I would also like to add all the Minecraft bulk packs to be shipped with the box and keep everything else in my bag with you. Okay, hold on. I do vaguely remember you saying that. The question I have is, how could I pack those things together without hurting the box? So, I mean, it's an empty box, right? So you can't lay anything on top of it. It'll get smushed. It needs to go into an empty box with a lot of popcorn in it. You know, packing peanuts. Put them inside the box. Yeah, maybe. Actually, that might work. Maybe we'll do that. Let's give it a try. I thought of that, but I immediately thought that was a bad idea. But then you said it. I'm like, maybe that's a good idea. Isn't that weird? You ever done that? Let's see. Fill the box. No way, is this live? Live from Live from New York is Saturday Night Live. Why are my parents having sex in the background? What? We got some Earthbound music playing, by the way. Yes, this is the guy that drills slabs. Possibility for a Phantom Forces box break soon. That could be the next weekly break. How's the pain? If I chew with that side of my mouth, it still hurts. So it's not all gone. If I send you money, can you only open me hot packs? That's the real trick, is only getting hot packs. If I could do that for you, I would. Yeah, I think that works. But let's see, what else did she have? All right, cool. So Christine, I'll get you a label now. Christine, I have an address that begins with 1. And we will use a flat rate medium box. Priyat, what's up, guys? We almost got 100 people now. Could you stop and hit that like button for me? You don't have to, but, you know, if you don't do it, I'm going to find you and I'm going to have a very particular set of skills. Here we are. Let me go put this over here. Anyone who hits the like button gets free smoochies, so. All right, Christine, you are on the way. Do you think the Gengar VMAX alternative art will shoot up to the level the Moonbryon has? No. I think Gengar is cool, but I don't think Gengar VMAX is particularly attractive as a card. Okay, so we have, to refresh, we have Peyton Van Winkle. He says, already, I'll take 10 Lost Origins. Wow, these Lost Origins, man. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Get some sneeps, get some deeps. All right, so nice. Mr. Peyton's gonna pull Bonnet. We're still waiting for the actual chase pull, the Giratina, to show up. He seems pretty rare. He just does not show up very often. Radiant Gardevoir. Yeah, he's a rare card. I prepaid the shipping on my order, says TJ. How's it going, TJ? Mister, have you watched Chainsaw Man yet? No. I was playing Smite with my wife, though. That was fun. We were doing really well. We're a dangerous duo because we are sitting right next to each other. Here's Magnezone. That means you can get all the good communication in. Okay, Magnezone. Dustox. Lady. Here's Giratina. Giratina. Okay, a little Pikachu. Box of Disasters. I can't wait for Wise Chainsaw Man. All right. Do you guys play Conquest or Joust? You'd be surprised. Our favorite game mode is actually Assault. We can't stop playing it. We play it over and over and over again. It's our favorite game mode because part of the difficulty of Assault is getting the right team composition at the very beginning. So you're doing the rerolls and trading characters. Yeah, that's part of the complexity of it. And then it's a very weird, like, sustained game mode. You know what I mean? So it's a very strange game mode. Mr. Payton. All team battle all the time, just like Arena, but no running back to the fountain. You can't do that. So it's really... sustain becomes the most important thing in the game. Here we are. Sustain and anti-sustain, which could be like, you know, healing reduction or high damage. Who's your favorite god? So I primarily play Guardians. And I would say my favorite god of all time is Kuzenbo. I really like Kuzenbo. But I would say I'm also a big fan of Geb, Khepri. Just trying to think. All of them are pretty fun. I'm trying to think of the ones I like more than others. There's probably more, but I go crazy when I see Kuzenbo. He's my favorite. He's so interesting. Powderly Pet Stop. 6 Arcana. You got it. Bring Weirdga back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we are. 1 Star Wars Galaxy. You got it. 1 Star Wars Galaxy. Oh, Galaxy 3. What am I doing here? Give me a moment. There we go. I use controller. I usually play really well. I've been playing Smite for a really long time now. Whew, there we go. I'm about to have TCC ball. You ready? I wish CGC 9.5 held the same value as PSA 10. It doesn't deserve to. It doesn't deserve to, because sometimes, not always, sometimes a CGC 9.5 turns into a PSA 9. Here we are, 2 hollows. Ka Ogre. This guy. Here we are, Reshiram. Did you ever play Paragon? No, I saw it and I heard about it, but I didn't play it. Here we are. I also know there's a Pokemon MOBA, by the way. It looked okay. It looked less fun than Smite, so I was like, nah, pass. Maybe by now the Pokemon MOBA is a lot more fun. What are the odds a 9 turns into a 10? It's a case by case. I don't know, man. If you took like 1,000 9.5s, maybe I should do that as an experiment. Take 1,000 9.5s, acquire them, and send them off to do a cross grade, and we'll see how many turned into... wow, that tore really badly. See how many of them turn into 10s. That would be a really expensive experiment. It'd be a great video, though. All right. Ooh. First day production. This is a great first day production from this set. Look at that. Wow, that's cool, man. So this is like first edition, right? And it looks like he's using a hologram to show Darth Vader, you know, that he knows where the characters are at or something. That's so cool. All right. I feel like it'd still be a good video with the 100 9.5s. Well, you would want the sample size to be larger, in my opinion. All right. I wonder if I could get people to just donate cheap 9.5s to me of like unimportant cards, and then I would front the bill for a cross grade, because that's real expensive, right? So you contribute, I contribute, and then we make a video detailing what happened. Okay, Powderly Pet Shop. Let's find your bag. Powdery Pet Shop. I think there's gonna, if over time, you're gonna see like this group of CGC 9.5s that nobody wants to cross grade because they're pretty sure it'll turn into a PSA 9. And as all of the good cards get cross graded into a PSA 10, you'll just see that there's this pile of ungradable, uncross gradable 9.5s piling up. So the 9.5 population will be like a filtered population, a population where people with cash already filtered them for the potential 10s. And so maybe when 9.5s first came out, you had a high chance that it would cross grade into a 10. But over time, as they get picked through already, increasingly, they are PSA 9s that have made it to 9.5 in CGC. So as time passes, I would be more skeptical of them. Beatrice Moniz, can I get a box of other mixed bulk? You got it, Beatrice. Okay. James Ralston, 5 of the Japanese 25th anniversary packs. You got it. Oh, here we are. 5 of them, you say. Did you see that crazy sports card controversy with that one rip and ship getting like the good hits sent to them by Panini? What? I did not. Elaborate. You mean Panini just gave them the good hits? Why won't Panini do that for me? Here we are. Ooh. What's up, William? Hit that like button for me, guys. Let's get that like to 100. Here we are. Oh, wow, man. Beautiful card. Garchomp 10. Okay. We got Professor Oak. Okay. Panini should send the hits to me. What are you talking about? Panini sent them the hits. There's Satian. I'm kind of scared to crack my TCCG side because the card inside is expensive. Yay, we got Snoopy! Little birdie. Snoopy, what a great character. You're scared to crack your TCCG card? Just gonna have to keep it in its case, man. There we go, James. Ooh. James Ralston. The Rip and Ship Backyard Breaks have pulled 4 product hits, like the 1/1 card back-to-back. Apparently, it's like a 1 in $500,000 chance, and they pulled 4 of them. Oh, so like an unlikely event occurred, and people are saying it's fake. I've not been here long enough to call you Mister. It's Mister. So now the sports community is freaking out. New bag, says TJ. Thanks, man. All right. What's up, Snorlax V? Snorlax V, I think people were asking if you were still alive. Here we are, James Ralston. Well, I mean, we pull Charizard all the time. Crack this, says Prieto. Pokies are better than sports. Sport cards are interesting, though, because they've got, like, the whole betting on who's going to do well that year. That's cool. Okay, there we go. JA box is extremely full. David Capistran, 6 Chili Willies. David. Give me a moment. Everything is winged. As you guys know, I'm a big sports fan. There we go. Mister was about to give me your mod title, Snorlax. That's right. Stites was this close. NBA, here we are. I feel like I gotta sneeze. Woo! 48 likes. That ain't enough. Hit that like button. I want to see 100 likes. Or I'm going to turn on Little Birdie on repeat for the entire stream. I'm just kidding. Threads. People will be like, do it. No. Actually, if I really wanted some likes, I'd probably just slow down on the pack opening. Then people would be like, oh my God, I'm going to hit the like. Oh, look at this. Sandaconda. Hiss. Pack break tonight? I think so. There's only one spot left. Oop. And Feroz. How's your tooth and your back? My back is fine, and my tooth is mostly fine. Yeah. The root canal's over. Whew. Man, root canals they're never fun, but this one was the worst one that I've ever experienced. I've had 4 root canals. This one was so painful. The tooth ran out of anesthesia, and he just kept working on it, even though I was like shouting out in pain while he was working. Which actually makes me wonder, maybe he's done this before. He's like, yep, that's how it goes. All right. Couldn't apply a little more anesthesia, huh? Woo. There we go. Okay. We got a rated rookie. And Giannis Antetokounmpo. See, I'm really good with the names, especially. Yay! Maybe he's a sadist. He's a sadist. I knew it. Mister's getting old. What are you talking about? You're old. Your mom's old. Okay, you're going to pull... What is this? Bradley Beal? Like Ally McBeal? That's not signature. Okay, David Capistrand. Mr. David. Oops. There we go. Morning, Mr. Man. But you pronounced the name correctly on the first try. And Tetin Kapombu. Mr. should do sports commentary. Nails the names every time. I think that'd be very funny if I did sports commentary. He's throwing the ball, and it went in the hoop. That's like a point. I did, but I never let Mr. take your mod title away from me. I'm a man of honor. Here's Jacob Kai. Okay, this is a large shipment. I'm asking live shipping for 100 PSA CGC sleeves, my bag, and my 19 slabs, which I can break down in a Discord message if needed. What? So I'm a little confused, Jacob. Why am I shipping you 100 PSA CGC sleeves? Oh, wait. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what exactly you bought. Hold on. Let me scroll down. Oh, I see. Okay, perfect. Give me a moment. So I have to ask myself where I'm keeping those. Let me go find them. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'll get really angry if you leave. Woo! All right. I ran up and down the stairs. I brought a big heavy box up. I'm out of breath. These guys. So I sell these for $12 a pack. You get 100 of them. Okay. Whew. They're at the very, very bottom of the description. Okay, Jacob Kai. Oh, have we not shipped you in a while? Wait, this isn't international, right? Hold on, let me log in. Mr. I have TCC, PSA, and CGC slabs with you. It's Jacob Kai. What's up, Jacob? Whoa. Looks like we're having a busy night. All right, here we are, Jacob Kai. So Jacob Kai is... Okay, I got your address, Jacob. Let me grab your email. It's so weird. I feel like we've shipped you before. Maybe that was a long, long time ago. You said 19 slabs? I'll just say lots of slabs. In case it's like 20 or something. Okay, we're going to say lots of slabs. I'm assuming you have a bag as well, right, Jacob? Let's start looking for a Jacob Kai bag. Yes, mister. Okay, so we're looking for the infamous Jacob Kai bag. Whoever it might be. Sure, we're going to have to dig for it because there are a lot of bags. Oh, it's right here, Jacob Kai. Whoa, that's a thick bag. That is thick. I think what it's going to be best to do here, we're going to want an ETB to put this all in. So I'm tipping over. All right, cool. Ooh. There we go. Oh, we are all set. Thank you so much, man. Tyler Andre, 2 Arcanas. Oh, Tyler. Anything for Tyler. Whoop. Says 4 people in the line. 4 people. When do you get more fusion tricycles? I have some coming soon. Sneep. No Opus 9. Thought your last stream had some. Nope. There were never any Opus 9. We had was Soldier's Return. Yeah, Soldier's Return. Price more versus slabs. You just want versus slabs. Oh, look at that. Nice, man. That's a good round. Mister, says Real Funny Doge. All right, guys, I'm looking at the comment section. Oh, I thought of XY as 9, Opus 9. You're right. The I would have to be on the other side of the X. Yeah, it should be. Wait, is it not in the description? Let me look. Oh, so I wrote it down as Soldier's Return. Yeah, so it's there. It's called Soldier's Return. Okay. Now we got David Fillardo. 1 Pokey. Oh, wait. We're not done. We got to put this away. You tricked me. You confused me. Tyler Andre, let's get this in his bag first. Tyler Andre. There we go. What's up, John? John, are you ready to open that Dragon Ball box? There we go. of this over here. It's going down. So let's see. It was where'd it go? Oh, here it is. All right. Pull the God Rare. All right. You sent for 3 packs of Pokemon. Woohoo! Okay, let's get through this. Mr. John opening 2nd edition Bloody Vermilion Bloodline. I think somebody gave this to me as a gift. It's like it just showed up. How are the pack odds to pull an Altard out of the EV Heroes? Pretty low. I mean, you're really just interested in, you know, Moonbryon, right? Yep, he does not pull super often. Here we are. How old is this? Well, Vermilion Bloodline itself is kind of an older set, but it seems that they've reprinted it. This is what Pokemon should be doing. They should be doing 2nd edition. There we go. Or Unlimited Edition, if you want to call it that. There we go. All right. Dark Power, Gogeta Technique Unchained. Who gets these cards? John. Vinegar of the Demonic Elite 4. Broly's First Friend. Here's Baby Resolute Avenger. He doesn't look like a baby. There we go. Rebellion Hammer. Raditz. Heats Raditz. SS Goatens. Man. Sounds like goat. Soup. Keep my bulk, mister. Don't forget. Oh. It actually flashed in my mind to throw it away. Because it's Dragon Ball bulk, and I don't think people even like it. Here we go. I was like, maybe just toss this one in the trash can. Are those noses on Ducture, or are they mouths? They're definitely mouths with little teeth. So you got 1 special rare, Dark Broly. You're expected to get about 2 special rares. If you're real lucky, you got a secret rare. Videl. Galeamite. That's a bug. Here's Gotenks, All Out Assault. Boop. Like all bulk. You want all the bulk? Here's a Vegeta Technique Unchained. You don't want like 59% of it? Majin Buu, Garlic Jr. Is his right name really Garlic? I'm going to name my kid Garlic. Okay, here's Ice Shenron, the Diabolic. Is Diabolic. Oob, Power of Hope, Ultimate Transfusion Myra. Okay. Makio Star. Here we go. What we got? Son Gohan, Beyond the Ultimate. Faster, says Mike's side. Faster. There we go. Boop. Instant transmission. What? Oh, what is this? Nice. Special rare Gogeta. So that's your special rare. Dark Broly. Dark Broly. How do these guys get so buff? Do they just hit the gym all day? Mr. Boo? And Chilai, trusted friend. What? All right, Mr. John. Toss this over here. You got the SS Golgita, Technique Unchained, and Dark Broly. Those are your main pulls. Ooh, those cards are so busy. There's a lot that goes on them. It kind of reminds me of Dragon Ball in that way. Dragon Ball is kind of like that in general, you know what I mean? That's the only waifu out of the box? How do you know this, Mike Side? Explain yourself. Let's see. You're the best, even though I could feel that you hated opening those packs. Oh, no, that's not the case. I'm just a little sleepy. I didn't sleep. Did I tell you guys I didn't sleep well yesterday night? Because when I closed my mouth, my gums and everything were swollen on one side. So when I would fall asleep, all of a sudden the pain would wake me back up. So I just didn't sleep very well. And so this is like 24 hours later, and I'm kind of tripping balls over here. I've had some caffeine. I think that's helping. Man, I'm tired. I'm a little bit sleepy. I'm sleepy TCC Biden. All right, let's get these in here. Yeah, I don't mind opening up Dragon Ball at all. A sale's a sale, Mr. John. All right, there we go. Let's see. We've got all your bulk. They call him the bulk man. You're going to have some bulk today. I got some really old 2019 bulk hollows I found. And they were just in this big box. So we're going to have you sort that into another box. I slept like a baby listening to Mr. TCC's voice. Let's see. I don't know where to put this all, John. Let me try putting it. I think I'm going to stand up and move it over here or something. No, here we go. We got a box. Still selling bulk? I sure am. I'm always selling bulk. We take all this bulk from the stream and we put it into a priority mailbox. That's a very efficient system for shipping a very large amount of bulk. Womp, the soldier's return. I don't have a bag. First time buyer. You want the soldier's return. Is that what you're trying to say? Okay, here we are. That's all taken care of. He says randomized? Yep, it's extremely random. You could get Sneaker Bunko, or you could get Dragon Ball, or you could get mostly Japanese Pokemon. Just really depends on what people were opening at that time and what went in the box. Okay, David Fillardo. Did we already do this one? No. David Fillardo. One Pokebra, rest on, slab away, I have a bag. Okay, you got it. Our prices on your listing. Oh, let me look actually. They mean, hold on. Do I have bulk listed in the... Okay, so it looks like bulk is only priced... Yeah, it looks like bulk is only priced in our Discord server. And when you go over there to the Discord server, there's a channel called Bulk Cards. I'll show you guys. So here's our Discord server, TheCardconomist. And then check it out. We got all these channels with stuff in it. Under Bulk Cards, you can get a priority English bulk box for $65 or a medium priority box of random mixed bulk for $40. All right? And 40 is actually a price reduction that we began today, literally. And after I sell off a couple boxes at that rate, I'll probably bring it back up. All right, David, here goes. One Pokeball. International shipping. When it comes to bulk, it's strictly for the U.S. I apologize. If you wanted me to ship a box of bulk to you in another country, it would be like $80 of shipping. And honestly, it's just not worth it. It'd probably get banged up. Yeah, not worth it, man. All right, here's your Pokebra. That's crazy good this time. What is up with this Pokebra? All right, David. Yeah, so I was cleaning up in this room, and on the shelf in the back, I found some old boxes with some holographic cards on it. Did you say get rid of modern bulk like this right here? I'm assuming this is what you were referring to. I'm from the US of A. Yay! You got a lot of stuff in here, man. How much hollows? A whole box of them. Whole box of them from like 2019. It's really weird to look at with Unbroken Bonds, Crimson Invasion, stuff like that was in there. I was like, oh, very neat. So those would be packed up into, I guess, hollow boxes, and I don't know what to do with them. How much? Well, they're probably not for sale. I think what I'll do is I'll tape them up and let them get real old. Just leave them alone for a while. Andrew Hudson says 1 pack break spot. Oh, there it is. Ooh. So the next pack break is started, but this is the first pack break, and it just finished. All right, here we are. They didn't know about the stamp. Back in the day, you weren't entitled to your hollows on this channel. The hollows were just taken away when you ordered a pack, just automatically. Of course, my prices were also cheaper back then. Now my prices are higher and you keep the hollow. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and ping the Discord. There we go. Back in the day, we got everything. Oh, back in the day. You mean like a long, long time ago. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. That's it. Hey, you ping me, bro. Hit that like button so we can do the pack break. We need to get to 100 likes to do this pack break. No 100 likes, no pack break. Don't make me hurt cheese. Fu Priero. When shipping was 98 cents. Ah, yes. Back in the day. All right, we got, how do you order bulk cards? Do we just pay PayPal? Yep, you just pay in PayPal. I'm probably going to sell about 3 or 4 boxes at that $40 price, and then it will go back up to $45. I just had a little backup of them, and I'm like, let's get rid of these. It's a lot of cards. I don't know if you guys have probably never ordered one. It's a crazy amount of cards. All right, we're opening base set Japanese. Give me a number. You've got to add the 21 to my slab away. Oh, yeah, David, fill it out. Let me do that real fast. Slab away. Hit that like button so we can open this pack. We need to get up to 100 likes. Hit that like button. So, David, you will be down to 50 bucks. Sorry about that, man. Dawn says 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So these are all shuffled. And now, I believe with this old pack, it's still hollow in the front, right? I haven't opened one of these in a while. You know, it'd be really funny is if this wasn't authentic, because PSA actually authenticated it, right? All right. So how should we hand this out? We'll give this out to whoever gets a trainer card. We'll put it in a little sleeve for now. Hit that like button. I'm not opening these cards till we get to 100, okay, guys? Just to let you know. Let's get to 100 tonight, because we're going to have a giveaway at 200, and I want to help people who are actually in this stream get to that number. How am I going to give away a box of Lost Origin if we don't get that 200 likes? So we got to get to 100 right now. All right, let's see. There we go. Lovely. Nice. Thanks, guys. Let's see what happens. Shoop. Andrew Hudson. Wow. First one out, Andrew. Last one in, first one out. Now, that's all right. You could still get a really good card. What you're looking for is Pikachu, Squirtle, Blastoise, of course. Pikachu, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charmander. Those cards, if they can grade 10, will do pretty good for you. And you get Magikarp. Centering's not bad on this, by the way. From what I'm seeing, that's decent centering. So Andrew with an AN. That's also really important. When you start getting into the pack, you want to know if your pack has got well-centered cards or not. You don't know until you open it, obviously. There we go. Okay. Zachary Mahaney. Oh, let me put this box back. Mr. Zach pulls Abra. Very cool, man. Base set Abra, Zachary. Making memories. Now, we have another one of these pack breaks running if you want to jump in it, because we could finish it tonight. We had 2 packs of this. Okay. Pirates Enjoyer. Ooh. Come on, Pikachu. Oh, there you go. That is Japanese Charmander. Let's look up his value real fast. Base set Japanese Charmander. I'm going to guess 80 bucks probably. 80 bucks is a 10. That's a conservative estimate. Oh, here it is. There it is. Cheapest one, $90. So really all you need, Pirates Enjoyer, you just need this card to grade 10. If it grades 9, you're out of luck. If it grades 10, you do well. So let's see. The reason that's important is because by being in the pack break, you're giving yourself a chance to get the holo too, right? So if you can cover your loss on getting a common uncommon, then yes, you didn't get the holo, but you at least took a chance at it and you didn't lose anything. Here we are. That's nice. Whoop. Thomas Yoden. Thomas. Ooh, Growlithe. Very nice, man. All right, sweet. We like Growlithe. I sent for pack end of yesterday's stream, and then I realized you went off air. I was wondering, did you get to open my packs? Yeah, I believe we did. I remember that, because we started the next stream, and the first order was Chu Calvin. I think you need to look at the beginning of the daytime stream. Okay, that's why I would go looking. Okay. Yolan to Jampins. Yolan, you made it pretty far. So far, no trainer cards. Ooh, Vulpix. Lovely. That's for Yolan. Did that music just stop? Get back to work, music. So, Yolan, you must be over here somewhere. Just bought a spot for the other pack. Sounds good, man. Oh, wait. Yolan had a lot of cards, didn't he? Yes, I found him. Here we are, Yolan. Reminds me of old school RuneScape. That's exactly what I was thinking. It sounds exactly like old school RuneScape. Whoop. Richard Campos. I almost called you Ricard. Richard Campos. Onyx. All right, he's okay. Let's find your bag. Onyx is okay, to be honest. He's just okay. Not exactly a chase, not a PP Chew. Running out of chances for PP Chew to show up. He's the good one. You guys do want to pull a PSA 10 Pichu out of here. Can't this pack be cold? Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Now, it depends what you mean cold, because you might pull Dragonair, which I think is a very decent rare. Andrew Hudson. Not only can it be rare, we're assuming it is, but it'd be really cool if it wasn't. All right, Andrew Hudson, you get the empty booster pack. So he had a bag just right over here. You were the first one to pull a trainer card. Would I still grade it? I'd consider it. I'd research the price and I'd research the cost to ship, or the cost of grading. Then I'd eyeball the card over carefully. All right. Yolan again. Oh, Yolan. Nidoran for Yolan. Sorry, Yolan. Is there a red cheeks and yellow cheeks? No, I'm pretty sure that was only an issue with the English cards. There we go. Oop, Joseph Campolongo. Damn, dude, you got so close. So let's see what this is. So close, Joseph. Drowsy. Psh. All right. Oof. Not my choice. Personally, I wouldn't have let them do that to me. There we go. Now, somebody just pulled the rare. Let's see what it is. Let's see if it's hollow or non-hollow. Kurt Ihrig. I did not expect that. It is Beedrill. Hey, that's way better than all those, you know, you could have pulled a rare trainer. So pulling rare Beedrill is actually way better than that, in my opinion. Beautiful. All right, Kurt. So, Kurt Ihrig, let's find your bag. Oof. There's a second pack. It is assumed light. But maybe you would be lucky and there will be a heavy one in it. Probably not. We won't know until we open it, obviously, though. There we go. As you guys know, there was a 50-50 chance of the packs being light or heavy. Because the old Japanese set actually had... The original base set did not guarantee a hollow. You're used to, like, the expansion sets, like Rocket, always having a hollow. Pretty weird, right? All right, that was a lot of fun. Thanks, guys. So, for those of you who thought that was cool and want a chance to pull a hot card yourself, we have another pack going. I could, in theory, get a third pack. I have another one. Okay, Wilbur Viato. 1 jobless, 1 slime, 1 is it wrong to pick up girls. You got it. So you want Weiss cards. Let's see. Here's a Weiss card. 1 slime. What up, my slimes? 1 slime, 1 jobless, and 1 is it wrong to pick up girls? Yes. The answer is yes. That's toxic. Toxic masculinity will not be tolerated. All right. Here it goes. Only non-toxic beta orbiters will be accepted. Mr. Slab Shuffle, looking for my next slab. Your next one. Okay, let's see. Sexy boobas. Look at all them boobas. Okay, here's a hollow. Whoa! That's some boobas, man. I'm getting the feeling that anime cards are just an excuse to look at boobs. All right, Wilbur. And maybe anime in general. Wilbur. Just starting to think about it. It's pretty lewd. What, you just want expensive cards on the table? Nidoqueen. Ta-da! Golduck. Booby bag. What, do we need a new card? Let's see. Let's get a new card. Here we have a Guzzlord. Nah. He's not going to be priced even. Too much effort. When your card is so cheap that it's not worth taking the time to price it. Here's an interesting one. That's pretty cool. Not going to price it. What we got here? Whoa. That's cool. Oh, that's kind of nice. Voltorb, Umbreon. Let's get some slabs priced up, guys. I know you guys like freshly priced slabs. So here's a Legend Maker Voltorb. Okay. We got Umbreon VMAX. Wow, that one is sick. Oops. Yeah, these are some nice cards, man. Makes me wonder, how did they miss that 10, I wonder? Yeah, sometimes you look at the card and you think, this will probably regrade into a PSA 10. Yeah, I don't know, man. I might have to regrade some of these. I'm sorry, because, you know, I feel like when they grade 9.5 and they look like they could easily regrade into a 10, wouldn't it make more sense to just actually go do that regrading? There we go. Here's Leafeon. And here's Deoxys. This music's so repetitive. We got Slabs. I got a lot of these new Final Fantasy Slabs. That's a problem. So if you want some Final Fantasy Slabs, let me know. In regrading, do you run the risk of cards being damaged? I don't know. Do I? All right, we got a no rarity symbol Zapdos. So this is priced at $200. Pretty expensive, huh? It's one of those rare no rarity symbol cards. It's only PSA 2 and it is a whopping $200. Not surprising. That's because even the raw card is really expensive. Okay, Deoxys. I mean, the raw version of that card would be just around 150 probably. Even when it's all bent up. Here's Deoxys. Call of Legends. Okay. Okay, so we'll make ours $30. Very cool. Leafeon. It's Reefeon. He's Pop 1. You're Pop 1. How's the line? I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a moment. What is this? This is a 9. Whoa, that's expensive. Wow, this is a 9, and the cheapest one is $168. Why are people paying so much for this Eevee Hero stuff? I just don't get it. Okay, oops. Okay, so Voltorb, Legend Maker. Ooh. There actually is a 9 for sale, $76. I think that sounds about right. What's your favorite anime? Whichever anime is most lewd. I don't actually have a favorite anime. All right, there we go. We'll host anime night at my place, guys. And we'll trade Pokemon. Team Rocket Grunt, let me get 3 of your best smoothies. I think you mean smoochies. And 1 of each of the battle boosties. All right, you got it. 2 battle boosties. This is for Team Rocket Grunt. These are nearly done. Poco no Pico. What is that? So you're using that code language, so I just won't know what it is. Ooh, it's pretty close. So Lost Abyss has 1 spot, and this has 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. You guys are using that code language. Can't trick me with that. William Everly, 3 packs of Pokemon. What's up, William? Nice to meet you, William. Real short line, guys. 2, 3. I thought he was a fan of Redo Healer. What? Which anime airs on TV or whatever and is considered the most lewd, but not like corn, you know what I mean? Here you are. I'll go watch that with my wife. Let's see. Poco no Ri. What's that? Okay, we got Crazed. This Pokemon is the king of beasts in the world of collectible garbage. Very cool. Here's Spew 2, Bible Black. Choker. Don't be a fool. Don't be fooled. This silly looking Pokemon can make others gag and choke. Wow, that's like a John Wayne Gacy card. Okay. So nice. This Pokemon sweetness reduces others to tears. Wow, that sounds like Nicemon, not Pokemon. High School of the Dead. High School of the Dead is the most lewd. Is that what you're saying? Of course, you wouldn't know that because you've never watched it. Here's Reek. You just heard somebody say it once, right? Here's Ak. What? Daharmerman. High School in Sakere. How to Pick Up Girls. Pretty good. Here's Spew. Yay, Spew! So, How to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon is kind of lewd, huh? Is that why the cards seem lewd? There we go. Crampy. Pikachu! Yeah, LMAO pretty lewd. Ooh, Polygag. Cookie Toss. Cookie Toss. I've watched High School of the Dead, and it's pretty life and weird. What? Naruto. Pretty lewd and weird. All right, man, you got that Polygag. You got to grade him now. What cards are these? They're called Pokemons. They're very cheap to open. He just pulled the mascot, see? I think High School DxD is considered softcore corn. William Everly. Oh, William. New bag for William. You doing Canna Beast? What? What? There we go. I like soft corn. He pulled Slugmachu. Slugmachu, I choose you. Wait, we don't put you in here. We put you in the W box. Next up, Connor Catman. I'm curious, how much room does my stuff take up? And can I get 2 soldiers return? 2 soldiers return. Well, we just split you into 2 bags. We've done that for a couple guys. So you definitely have a lot of cards. You need to watch Golden Boy on YouTube. Golden Boy. There we go. Okay. How rude. All right, you got Rude. Come on, Tifa. You got Garnet. All right, Garnet and Rude. But you know what? We need to check for the non-holo version of the Tifa. Better check for non-holo Tifa. No. No. All right. We've checked now. She could be back there, you know. Gotta check. Connor Catman. You got cat in the name. So here's your secondary bag. We pop these bad boys in. Sweet. Do they have Matrix cards, mister? Matrix. You know, I never watched the new Matrix. Matrix 4 or whatever. Jeremy Leone. Hey, let's drive a bag. 1 battle booster. You got it, man. Jeremy, since you did not define which battle booster, you by default go into this Lost Abyss one. Okay, Jeremy. Ooh. It was sort of disappointing. How is it disappointing? I heard it was like super woke. I don't know what that means. I've never heard of that before. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The movie, I don't know. I like the originals. Got some Sneeps. Stonk Journer. Oh, Nessa. Just wasn't it. You have to watch it. It just wasn't it. Shiny Trinity is that skin-tight leather, in that skin-tight leather suit. Shoop. Okay, we got Nessa, and we got Porygon Giratina. There we go. They need to make me director of a movie. I'll make good movies. I know what people want, and I'm not here to mess around with any political ideologies. Step number 1, hot girls. Step number 2, cool guys. The end. Everyone will go, yay! That was the best movie I'd seen in years. Done. By the end of the movie, they all make out. Easy. It's not even difficult. All right, here we are. Movies these days, they're all about messaging, you know? They're all about a narrative. They're all trying to make a statement about a reality that doesn't exist in the real world. Jeffrey Chang, Soldiers Return ×2. Wow, you all want Soldiers Return. You got it, man. I'm Carl. I was wondering if you would trade that graded Pikachu pity pull I got from the large for that Deoxys on the table. The Deoxys. This one? He's probably sold, to tell you the truth. Somebody probably already bought him. They probably bought him the moment I put 30 down on him, because that's very cheap. For such an old card, Call of Legends, yeah, he's almost 100% certainly sold. How are people in the queue? Real short queue tonight. Busy night, but not really busy at all. Oh, no, wait a second. We're not ready to move on to Jeffrey Chang. We're ready to run the Battle Boosties. You ready? Here goes. So we need exactly 11 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, cool. Somebody's about to get a whole box of Lost Abyss. Give it to Carl. 4 Silent Hill games announced. Nice. I'll make my wife play that. She'd probably freak out and have nightmares. Dude, she's so easy to scare. My wife has like this natural sense of fear about her. Like there's a man hiding in the basement waiting to kill her or something like that. You know what I mean? If I even mention like, I think there was a killer clown in the other room. If I say that, she's like, great, now I can't sleep. She turns all the lights on. So crazy. 1 remake, 3 new ones. Nice, man. All right, I'm ready for that number from the audience. Juna says 0. You got it, Juna. All right, Adrian Doyle. So easy. People always avoid spot number 1 and 11 like they're bad. Adrian Doyle just pulled the Abyss on spot number 1. Congratulations, Adrian. All right. Nice, man. Adrian Doyle. And that is over. Every spot has an equal chance. Lost Abyss box. Why does it need a quotation marks? Why do I do it this way? Okay. And just so you know, Adrian, you can actually sell that back to me. I would buy it back for $90, I think. All right. Where's the box? Here it is. Or you can open it, which is what I recommend, because you might pull Giratina. Yep, that's Adrian Doyle. I'm going to write that down in the live stream channel. All right, so that's been updated. House of Lion, says Christian. CGC Slabs looks so nice. All right, here's Jeffrey Chang. Oh, Jeffrey. You got Talika. Okay, and... oh, Full Art March. Nice, man. But we're looking for that Holo Tifa, to be honest. You know, it's funny. This is a full art card. I guarantee you it will not sell for as much money as a non-full art version of the Tifa. That's how bad people want the Tifa. So the Tifa is the real chase. Now, if you could get full art Tifa, now you're making good money. Probably sell that for like $500, $600 maybe. Just a guess. I think that's what it used to be priced at back in the day. So I'm guessing it still prices around that much. All right, Jeffrey. New bag for Jeffrey? New bag. Show she. That's right. Jeffrey Chang. It's Dahmer. What? Powderly Pet Shop 1 Star Wars Galaxy 2. Okay. You want the Galaxy 2, huh? Here we are. Do you think a recession will make the Pokies go down? We've been in a recession, and the price of Pokemon card have fallen in general. So yeah, I would say that the recession almost definitely has impacted the collectibles market. People have to spend more on food, rent, gas, probably healthcare, whatever else you buy, heating, you know what I mean? So all that just became a lot more expensive. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you have less money for Pokemon cards or whatever you're collecting. Could be sport cards. So yeah, it definitely affects it. Which is wild because we get so much cards sold, which shows you how strong the demand for collectibles is. Because if it was the other way around, if the economy was really strong and everyone had a lot of money to spend, we would be probably selling even more cards. So it's pretty wild. Makes you think, what will happen when the market recovers and the economy is better? Now, when's that going to happen? My opinion, Joe Biden gets kicked out of office and we get a Republican president who says, drill, baby, drill. And then we need the war in Ukraine to end. Ukraine's got to get back to work and contributing to the world economy. And Russia, no more threat of nuclear war. And they just pull back and eventually we do business with them again. I don't know how that will happen. Maybe Putin's got to die of old age first. I don't know. All right, Powderly says 2 bulk grades of my choice. Sports decline. You won't see the NFL in 35 years due to concussions. What? What's wrong? What happened with concussions? So I think we got to get Stinky Joe Biden out of office so that we can get an energy-friendly... It could be a Democrat, I don't care. But it's got to be an energy-friendly president. Wow, bro. Powderly Pet Shop, that's the chase! Look at that, Boba Fett. Woo! That is one sexy meatball. Holy cow, man. Wow. That's wild. Okay. So obviously we're going to grade this one. Right out the pack. That's very wild. Now the rest of these I think are like sticky cards. Hey, that was me! That was me a day ago. Ah! Dentist is like, you're going to feel a little heat. Are you kidding me? All right. There we go. Who's here can crush a game of foosball? Oh, please. Foosball is just spinning the damn handles as fast as you can. Foosball is not a real game. Table hockey, on the other hand, now that's a game of skill. Have you ever watched a table hockey tournament in real life? I'm just kidding. They still pretty much swirl their character around. So, Powderly Pet Shop. Pirates Enjoyer, Payton. Oh, Powderly Pet Shop. Oh my God, why are there so many pea bags? That's cheating, no spinach. Yeah, we'd have to tell kids that, and nobody would follow those rules, of course. Dude, that ball would get launched so hard. You'd think that somebody would lose an eyeball. That stupid little soccer ball made out of clay or whatever it's made out of. It could leave like a hole in the drywall. Once it goes flying out, like you could break a light bulb instantly. Oh, here we are. All right. Yeah, oh, you know, we could do double Star Wars. Let's do double Star Wars today, man. Because the other one's first edition. Beautiful. I hope it gets a 10. And beautiful. Those are some cool Star Wars cards. You know, the best thing about these Star Wars cards, he pulled these today, and these are from like 1993, basically. They're super old, guys. So these are vintage Star Wars cards. Super cool. Powderly Pet Shop. 10.20. Can you believe we're in October 20? This is Galaxy 2. .20. This was Galaxy 3. Helping John out a little bit so he can quickly identify which set they're from. Make it easier for him to make the label. Set that over there. All right. Nice. Next up, Gregory Pablo, 3 Lost Origins. Woo! 1994. Yeah, the 1993 was the original one. And then base set 2 and base set 3 came out like a year later each. What's the next battle booster? It's already in effect. This battle booster is for this Charizard. Okay, so here he is, Charizard, and there he is. One person will pull this Charizard out of the battle booster. I need to draw like an axe on the battle booster card. Okay, here's Radiant Steelix. Nice. Inkay. Oops. Porygon. Silly Porygon. Tricks are for kids. Gregory Pablo. Let's grab your bag. I'm glad they didn't cloud the Radiance Shining, but at the same time, I don't know. You mean Call? Yeah, they look like Shining Pokemon, don't they? The design really reminds me of like Shining Legends and Neo Destiny. That's what it reminds me of. Okay. So we do have some more orders. Here's Omar Olvera. Hello, mister. How are you? This should be exactly what I need to finish my slab away. What's up, Omar? Let's go find you out. Well, I'm going to have to go take a lady tinkle in the ladies' room in a moment here. Here we are. Dragonite from May. That's a while ago. All right, let me go find it. Woo. All right. And we'll close that up. There it is. First edition Dragonite. Beautiful, man. Whew. Now we have Roberto Alcantar. Pack Break Japanese. You're going in. Roberto. Here we are. Roberto. Some nice slabs. Do a little slab rotate now. Beautiful Espeon Deoxys. A cheap Blacephalon. All right, Blacephalon's getting cheaper tonight. Blacephalon, $15. Okay. This beautiful Misty's Tentacruel. There's a card where I won't budge on the price. We have a beautiful Team Up Pikachu Zekrom. Hey, mister, would you ever consider EX era pack breaks? Yeah, I consider that all the time, actually. You're talking about Ruby Sapphire era. That's why I call it, because I think it describes it better, right? And we got a pack like this right here. There we go. And we got this one over here as well. That's all I have at the moment. They're pretty pricey. It would be interesting if we got a gold star, which I don't think we would. These are my booster pack displays. You can actually order this for yourself. If you run a live stream, it could make it easier to show off your very expensive booster packs without fearing them falling over. Here it is. These booster pack holders are in the menu. They can hold Japanese packs. The top lip just goes through up here. Pretty neat, huh? Pretty neat. You're looking at that's like $1,000 right there between those two packs. I'd love to get in on an Unseen Forces or Delta Species pack break. Okay, interesting. Delta Species, huh? Excuse all the whistling, man. Delta Species, huh? It's not a bad idea to do the EX Air cards because it's really the reverse hollow slot that's most valuable. And maybe you pull something like a reverse hollow Pikachu or something, you know what I mean? So we do like those sets. All right. So we're going to move on now. We got Alexander Cortez. One spot for next pack break, please. You got it, Alexander Cortez. Yeah, keep an eye on the channel for that, Mr. Mosfara. There we go. All right. That goes back up here. Kevin O'Neill, one insurance spot in the Charizard Battle Boosty. You got it, Kevin. He's like, just in case. Insurance. There you go. 3 spots remain. Quiet night, huh, guys? Derek Jones, $16 to my slab away and a lost origin. What you guys want to talk about tonight, huh? I find this interesting. So I notice if I only open up Pokemon cards or whatever's being ordered at the time, the audience will actually dwindle slowly. And on the other hand, if we're talking about some controversial subject, typically we'll hold on to the audience. Derek Jones with the DE shows you that people don't just want to see cards opened. They want to have a conversation about something, you know what I mean? Whoop. But sometimes I rely on you guys to ask questions in order to get the conversation going. Because, you know, I'm focusing on the actual work. So Derek, 16. Let's see, you're going to be up here. You got Togetic, huh? So 30 minus 16 is 14. And we add 50 cents to that. It comes down to $7.15 then, right? Yep, $715. I'm just listening in while I play on my phone. Let's talk about Jeffrey Dahmer. Here's Tyler Stites, spot in the Japanese base set pack break. So that got everybody's panties wet when they saw that earlier break, because we got another guy jumping in. That's Tyler Stites. There we go. He also says, I'll take a pack of 100 PSA sleeves and I have a bag. Okay, Tyler. So the way this is going to work is at the time that we ship you, you will have to remind me that I owe you that, but I'm going to write it on your bag as well, okay? So this should say 1 fit sleeves. All right, let's talk about marijuana. Is Trump going to jail, mister? He's going straight to jail. There we go. I think the left would absolutely love to put that guy in jail if they could. I think he's basically their political opponent, and so the weird thing is I don't think it's above them to try and put him in jail. But it's interesting because I feel like conservatives wanted the same thing for Hillary Clinton. But I don't know. She actually did destroy a phone with a hammer, right? And destroy a bunch of emails as well, right? How much for the Versus Tyranitar slab? The Versus... Oh, it's in the large now, Gabriel. It's not for sale. You can try to win it in the large. Who will be the next president? I don't know. I don't want it to be Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I think they're both clowns. I think they're terrible. And we have lived with them for 2 years, so we've forgotten what it's like to have a president that can speak in full sentences. Same with vice president, by the way. Harshit Kawatra says, 1 sneaker, 1 Minecraft. You got it. 1 sneaker. Camel, that's right. 1 Minecraft. You got it, man. She can't talk, man. Every time she goes and does a speech, she gaffes. 1 Astral Radiance. Here we are. Adderall is prescribed meth, but it is awesome. I don't think Biden will survive another term. Now, don't say that, because people can live for a really long time. So, you know, assuming your opponent's going to pass away from old age is not the best strategy, because they might not. All right, here we are. So before we open up this very sexy sneaker bunko pack, let me hit the bathroom real fast. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. Now I'm ready to handle all your cards with my dirty fingers. Make an executive order when you win then. What? What are you talking about? Here goes. Mr. Harshit, you ready? Change a president's bonus to pokies. Sleep. Trump could hardly make a coherent sentence. That's just objectively not true. Did you sanitize your hands? Yes. All right, you ready, guys? Pee-pee fingers. Yay! All right, what we got? I would never touch your cards with pee-pee fingers. That would offend me. There we go. Here's the panda bear? Polar bear? There we go. Mister just got pee on all the cards. Here's Ravager, Blaze Rod, Clock, Cat. All right, cool. These pokies cost more because they got pee-pee fingers. Next will be toe-touched cards. Trump just rambles and goes off on random tangents. I would say Trump has a lot to say. I mean, I think he normally... I've listened to him speak. He normally talks about the subjects at hand. I would argue he speaks a lot better than Joe Biden, who can't actually finish his sentence. I get if you don't like Donald Trump's personality. I get if you don't like his policies. But that's different from saying he can't speak. He seems like he can speak for hours. All right, let's see. Dude mumbled and stumbled just as bad and filled the gaps with billions and billions. Well, I would say that that's his way of trying to influence, you know. So he's trying to say everyone agrees with me. And that's his way of saying that without actually having any facts. So if you wanted to say he exaggerated, but that's not stumbling and bumbling. Stumbling and bumbling is like, blah, 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 blah. That's precisely what Biden does, where you cannot finish your sentence. So you got to define these things a little carefully. You could say he exaggerated, he lied, but he was not stumbling and bumbling. No, I mean literally, says Super Dan. Here we are. All right, Mr. Harshit. Let's see what we got. Mr. Harshit. Same with D.O. Silent having TDS. Mr. would let Trump teabag him. I don't think I'd let anyone teabag me. Here we are. So nice. All right. So now we've got William Everly, 5 packs of Japanese 25th anniversary. Let's see. Swoop. And no need to think I'm misdefining a promise. Just no one can sit here and tell me they actually watched the full debates. I did. That's precisely what I did. My wife and I love them. We've been watching the debates in Georgia recently. We literally sit down. Doesn't matter how many views or whether or not it's on national news. We sit down and we watch them all. That's what I do on my free time because I enjoy it. So, and I have to disagree with you. He does not. Everyone occasionally stumbles on something they say, okay? Unless they're like a newscaster, somebody on the, somebody who's a reporter. They're extremely good with not fumbling their words. But, every politician to a slight degree will, mess up a sentence or something like that. But I mean, the gaffes that Kamala Harris has and the absolutely insane, dementia-filled, barely completed sentences or just completely, destroyed sentences that Biden has, it doesn't come close to what you're finding with. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're comparing him to Trump or to any Democrat candidate. They all speak way better than Joe Biden. All you got to do is compare him to an older version of himself. You can tell that there's been some great degradation to his ability to speak. And honestly, I find it embarrassing. I think it's terrible. Biden and Trump both. Well, you can disagree with his personality. You can agree with his policy. But on the subject of speaking, Kamala Harris and Biden are atrocious. And I don't feel like I want the country represented by somebody who can't even speak in a full sentence, because that will lead to an emboldened Russia going, oh, well, this is our opportunity. The world is weakened by COVID. Biden just had his disaster in Afghanistan. The American people don't want him to lead a war. And so this is our opportunity to try and take land from Ukraine, So I feel personally that the incompetence of the Biden administration is contributing to the emboldened stances that China and Putin are making right now. Here we are. We were talking about it when it happened. We're like, oh, what do our opponents think of us when we're so incompetent? Okay, here's Pipichu. And, oh, look, Palkia. No Trump or Biden for 2024. No Dems or Republicans either. Let The Rock run the country, LMAO. Well, The Rock almost guaranteed will be a Democrat. So, you say no left, no right. He'll be a Democrat. I recognize economics are important, but that's one tiny facet of being a president. I feel like that's the only facet. You can believe in abortion or not believe in abortion. You can believe in homosexuality or no homosexuality. If your country goes bankrupt, you're done. That's the end of the game. It's the only aspect of the game that matters. Do you have a wealthy country or a poor country? Poor countries lose, wealthy countries win, like exclusively. That's the only thing that matters. I don't care about all the other stuff. I care about that one aspect, the financial strength of your country. William Everly. If you have a lot of money, you can build a large military if you need to. If you don't have a lot of money, your opponent builds a large military and then you lose. So, William, you're going to be over here. So I got to strongly disagree with that one. The only meaningful measure of a president is their economy. Everything else is like, we pretend like it matters. It doesn't really matter. All right, whoop. Here's Carl. If the Deoxys is still there, I want to know if you trade it for Pikachu Pity Pull. In this case, it's too cheap of a card to go through all the trouble of trading it. I'd sell it to you for $30 though. The entire world is on credit, and the only meaningful measure is who's in power. I would ask for them back. Super Dan, that sounds like an extremely sweeping argument. What you're saying is that money has no value because we have loaned each other money. And that's just not true. If money had no value, no accountability, let's say, it's just loaned out. So you've bought into an idea that's peddled by like conspiracy theorists or people who don't understand economics very well. If the money didn't matter, nobody would want to loan money out anymore. They'd all be hoarding it like crazy. So the reason that you have loans handed out is because of the security, the trust that is going to be paid back over time. That's the only reason people are willing to accept a debt. And it's a sign that we've had a lot of economic prosperity over time. So sometimes, though, what people say is economics, schmeconomics. Oh, we're all in debt. Who cares? Well, U.S. is in debt. It doesn't matter. That is not true. That is a wishful thinking. Jacob Underwood. Here we go, Jacob. Let's see what we got. You agree, though, when you talk about Russia versus Ukraine, land is controlled by who is powerful. Well, what makes a country powerful? Their military. How do you afford the best military? Money. It's really just money. Vim! What's up, Vim? It's really just money. The wealthiest country builds the best military. That's how it's always been. All right, Jacob. Let's see what we got. That is literally how it goes. So undergirding the strength of a country's military is the strength of a country's economy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's more than that. It's just in general. Yeah, if you're doing well economically, it's easy to do well economically. When you're falling behind financially, everything gets more burdensome somehow. Kind of like this. Like, let's say you're forced to pull out a loan to go to school. Well, unlike a rich kid who just paid it outright, you have to pay interest over a long period of time. So the poor struggle just because of the cost of being poor. Same with, like, you buy a cheap car because that's all you can afford, where the car breaks down a lot. A rich kid would just get a new car and it won't ever break. And if they do, they'll replace it they'll fix it quickly. So, yeah, so a country, when it's becoming poor, it has the burden of being poor at the same time. So staying ahead economically, ahead of your opponents around you, is the very reason the quality of your life is good. I mean, the quality of your life is dictated by, are there good jobs? Are there cheap goods and services? And am I living in a safe place? And that's all decided by your economy. All right, let's see what's next. Elaine Sonko. I'll take 10 lost orgasms. Elaine! You got it, Elaine. Mr. Elaine. Let's see what we got. Yeah, your economy is probably the only real issue. All the other political issues are distractions. They're like, how can we emotionally manipulate people into caring about something that's in the greater picture, not even significant? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we are. Sweet. All right. Mr. Elaine. Steeps. And steeps. You have got a smooth voice to flog the cards, make you a boat instead of them old ladies that lived upstairs. What? Who? I want 10 lost origin. Let's see what the instructions are. It says now, check the description, Mr. Now. The poorest country that devotes all their resources to education is the winner. Is it? I don't know if that's true necessarily. You can all be educated, for example, and all be terrible workers. So you're still not wealthy. You know a lot of stuff. It's in your head, but you haven't turned it into money. So it's not education, but your willingness to work. Yeah, you must be somebody who's structured, ordered, educated, and then working extremely hard. But you could have a lot of educated people who are like, this is stupid. Other people should pay for my stuff. They do it in Europe. You know what I mean? And then your country would still be a rather terrible country with no productivity, falling behind countries that have people who are angry and willing to try and beat you at the game. You know what I mean? The economy is a game. They want to play the game and they want to win. Americans used to want to win, I think. I don't know if they want to win anymore. They care about how their butthole smells or something like that. Here's Elaine pulling a beautiful Eternatus. Ooh. Electric. Here's Horsey. There really is just one issue for a president, and that's the economy. So the economy is way up here at the top, and every little other thing's all the way here at the bottom. Almost meaningless. Pretty close to meaningless. The wealth of your country is everything. Here's Charizard. Woo! All your problems go away when you're wealthy. Here's Makuhita and Delphox. All right. You pay for shipping when you're ready to ship. He uses whatever address is in your PayPal. That's true. That's exactly right. Can I get a pokey girl? So why is Russia focusing on Ukraine rather than learning how to industrialize? Because they're going to take the land from Ukraine. That's one of the only things you can't buy with money. Why do you think humans have been invading each other's land forever? Because it's the most valuable asset. There's nothing more valuable than land. So China and Russia are hoarding gold in order to make their own world currency to get rid of the U.S. world currency, you know, to the U.S. dollar. And at the same time, Russia's learning whether or not it can basically just scoop up land because it's playing nuclear chicken with us. And it's going, I think we can do this. I think the U.S. will back down. All right, Elaine, it's pretty serious, man. But don't worry, because Joe Biden eats ice cream. Yay! Excellent. And Kamala Harris is a woman of color. All right, we did it. We solved all the problems. Mister, just so you know, you still have the old large TikTok link in the description. The old large, let me remove it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That is a good thing to remove. We are in a much worse position today, and I wish I felt like our leaders were clever. All right, but I really don't feel that way with the Joe Biden administration. Now we got Powderly Pet Shop. On my last order, I only paid for 1 bulk grade. Here's the other 12. Woohoo! Thanks, man. We have Peyton Van Winkle, 14 Lost Origins. Give me the hot ones. You got it, Peyton. It's a good conversation, guys. Yeah, it's a good conversation. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You don't like all the changes that Barden and Kamala are making? Oh, man, I guess not. I think they're a little bit stinky. Mister, where are inflation reduction stimmies? That's right. The only way to solve inflation is to make more inflation. So did you read it? There's a video in it of it dripping. I'm sorry. I might have missed a message or two, Super Dan. I just think the American politics system is broken and doesn't work. Yeah, maybe, I don't know if I agree with you entirely on that. I can tell you over time, I have no longer become a fan of democracy. I'm not a fan of democracy. I don't like the idea of people deciding their own leader necessarily. I think that I believe in a quasi-democracy. I think what I believe in more than a democracy is a extremely, extremely strict immigration system where you absorb all the hardest workers and the smartest people, and then you push out anyone who's not smart and not hardworking. So a system like that, whether or not it was democratically elected, a system like that would most likely lead to the most prosperous country. It's a filtration system like a corporation might have. So you have these corporations like Apple, and what they do is they hire all the geniuses, and then they fire their worst performing workers. A country should do that because it would become very quickly the best country in the world. Meritocracy, that's right, a pure meritocracy. Doesn't matter your sex, who you have sex with, how you have sex, the color of your skin, religion, none of that matters. Are you really smart and really productive? That's what matters. Just those two things. All right, Peyton, we got Polyswag. Trump says something similar to what you're saying. Well, you know what? Then I agree with them on that. Here's Pikachu VMAX. You got these super powerful corporations. With the corporations earn more money than whole countries, right? Like Apple. Apple has more income than a lot of countries out there. And it's shocking. And how do they create this? By filtering people. They get all the best people in, and they kick the bad guys out. They go, oh, you're not productive enough. You know, we supply the world with dollars, which the world runs on. Printers turn off, and suddenly everything is breaking. USD, ruler of the realm. Shoop. Smitty Werbin straight up. Here's Wurmple and Perspective and dimension. It's your perspective and your dimension, and it might sound logical, but it doesn't mean it's going to work. Yeah, okay, so everyone can have their own opinion. That's just my opinion, and you're right, I might be wrong about that. Maybe there's a reason to, let's say that you had a very good reason to make sure that you keep people in your country who are, let's call them a net tax loss. So they take more taxes than they contribute. And let's say you really wanted to fill your country up with people who were not very smart, from a, let's call it a, just comparing them across each other. So relatively intelligent, right? So why would you want that for your country? What do you think the benefit is? Here's Barbacoal and Drapion. Woo! Just got my return from CGC. It was unlimited jungle pincer 10. Woo! Massive countries with good resourceful land. If everyone worked, we'd be fine. Well, we do have a massive country. America's huge, man. We got large, undeveloped parts of America. There's plenty of room. All right, let's see what we got. We got Jinx and Arcanine. You heard Russia and China are trying to make a new currency that replaces the... Yeah, I just talked about that. So China and Russia know what's up. They're not playing, they're not playing silly goose game. They're playing for keeps. They're playing for all the marbles. So they have been absorbing the world's gold, and they're trying to establish a new reserve currency for the world, an alternative to the dollar. And I'm guaranteeing you that there's a lot of places in the world that are tired of America dollars where we can just print more of them. And they're going to say, oh, you've got an alternative currency tied to gold? Well, we would like to have some of that then. So there's a shifting of power going on right now. Here's Pidgeot. Don't trip. The dollar's worth as much as the euro now. Here we go. We got Pidgeot. We've got Bonnet. Here's Inkay. The fact that the dollar is worth as much as the pound or the euro is not because the United States dollar is particularly strong. It's because Europe is running their country probably worse than the United States. And that's because they have a lot of socialism, which has never really worked. Socialism stops working at some point when you run out of other people's money. And all the rich people leave because they're tired of paying absurd amounts of taxes. Which right now the UK is on a list of the top countries that rich people are leaving. That's not a good list to be on. Here we go, Peyton. They're just not. They're going to make a new currency, and the only people who are going to care are rappers and Bitcoiners. The only people who still care about shiny yellow tin. Here we are. I'm pretty sure all of the United States major banks, the central bank, carries gold as their what do they call that? Something currency. So they back the dollar with gold, essentially, which is why other countries are willing to trade in the U.S. dollar. Bro, the USD is just inflated as hell. People are just artificially investing in the currency. Here we are. Michael, you have to assume there's a way to lose the game. What would America losing the game look like? Try to work that out in your head. Like, what are the missteps we'd have to take in order to lose the game? And ask yourself, are we making those missteps right now? Maybe. Michael Special says 4 lost origins. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to vote for Bernie to lose the game, says now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 VMAX. What are you talking about? Bernie is brilliant. America can't lose, says Gil. I think America can definitely lose. I don't think anyone expected Rome to lose, but it lost from the inside. Rome lost to itself because it was full of goofs, full of decadent leaders who didn't care about the country, soldiers who didn't want to die for Rome, people who were more interested in the Colosseum, didn't want to serve in the military. Inflation was a main cause of the fall of Rome. If you didn't know that, inflation was. In fact, I think somebody has pointed out every major empire eventually collapses from inflation, specifically. I think isolationist policy and losing the goodwill of our allies would definitely be a first step. Countries that would rather be allied with China or Russia than the U.S. is bad news. Here's Galade. All right, lovely. If China calls in 3 loans, we are screwed. What about Akon's crypto that was supposed to be for the city that he's making, and they will all have their own currency? Acoin didn't go well. Let Pokemon cards be the new currency. Moonbrown is $1 billion. All right, here we are. Let's see. You know who countries want to be allies with? Powerful, successful countries. So you say we need to be allies with another country. Well, how is it that you're able to draw allies to you? How do you, like, let's say, let's pick, I'm going to pick on the Philippines island because I'm Filipino, right? They're not particularly wealthy over there. How do they tell people, hey, you got to be my ally? How do they do that? It's not easy to do that if you're the country that is in the lower hierarchy of the economy game. So being at the top of the economy game makes it very easy to draw people into your circle. And so if you want to talk about keeping allies, then you need to talk about a strong American economy. Not just strong, but stronger than anyone else. America's economy should always be stronger than anyone else. Why would we want it any other way? No way, you're Filipino. I'm quarter Filipino. Michael Special. All right, here we are. Yeah, I'm not full on Filipino, but my grandma was Filipino. We were talking about that the other day because I took a DNA test. Here we are. Filipino have good lumpia. The Philippines used to be wealthy until we pushed the Americans out. Then our politicians became rotten and dirty and corrupted. Yeah, I heard about that. So the U.S. used to have the Philippine Islands as like a territory or something, right? And then we gave the country back, basically. We said, all right, it's all yours. We're out of here. What do you think about the Mew holographic in reverse from XY Evolutions? It's a very beautiful card. I'm disappointed to see that it doesn't really hold too much value, but I think down the road it will. You got that Pinot, is it Pinot Pride? Yes, very proud. I think that the Philippine Island has a lot of delicious food and lovely ladies and beautiful beaches. Other than that, I don't know much about the Philippines. I'm basically American. I grew up here, you know. I know my grandmother would have her sisters over, or she would be on the phone talking to them, and I'd be like, you're speaking Spanish, but it's not Spanish. It wasn't until much later that I learned they had their own language. So Vincent Carnera says, hey there, buddy, first time buying, so I'll need a bag. I would like 1 soldier's return. Okay, 1 soldier's return. Pinot. Pinot. Ho-Oh, Costco actually sells pretty good. Costco, you can fry it home. 1 soldier return. 1 Crystal Abyss. Crystal Abyss. Do I have a box of Crystal Abyss? Here it is. They talking hella loud. Yes. Okay, 1 Crystal Abyss, 2 Opus 5s. So Opus 5 was recently found. Here they are. No, that's Opus 1. Here they are, 2 Opus 5s. National economy isn't comparable with the comp. If you kick out every less smart person out of your country, you will miss out those who are doing the important but less productive jobs. I don't know if I agree with that. Tetractites, I can't say her name. Tetractis. I think it's I can't say his name. Tetractis. All right, I'm trying to say it. So if that were true, why don't we just absorb a bunch of stupid people then? How about how does the island of Japan make it? I hear that Japan has some of the highest IQs in the world. Does that mean for Japan to become more productive, what they need to do is acquire a bunch of less intelligent people from other countries, right? So if Japan's holding on to the top IQ, why don't we tell them your economy would be stronger if you just absorb a lot of people who are less smart than you? Why would they do that? If you're Japanese living in the Japanese islands, would you go, oh man, our economy, if only we absorbed a bunch of dumb people, then it would be strong. Why would you assume that? What's the reasoning behind that? That sounds terrible, actually. 2 Rebellion's Call. You got it, man. If only we could just absorb some dumb people, all our problems would be. Did you pass your driving test on your first time? I did. That was after driving illegally for a while. Someone in Japan probably knows the answer to inflation. Let's hire them. Well, the answer to inflation is the government has to stop handing money out and it has to stop printing money. I went to Japan for work and they keep everything so clean. Such a cool culture. Yeah, almost the opposite of some cultures in the US. I don't understand why we just create litter or just throw litter on the ground. It makes me want to scream and just freak out, man. I lose it. When I see people throw trash on the floor, I just absolutely lose it. And so when I discovered that the Japanese didn't do that, I was like, why isn't everyone like this? Maybe that goes along with just being a little smarter. Like, isn't it obvious? Don't throw your trash on the ground. It's so gross, dude. It's disgusting. But I don't know. Maybe some people don't have that sense of disgust about them. Okay, one Japanese Pokemon star birth. It's disgusting. Here we are. One Arcana. There we go. All right. Sweet. Japan has a culture of caring for others, even with people's differences. Really, with people's differences, because what I heard is they're a very racist and homogenic country. Did I say that right? And they don't really like foreigners at all. So when it comes to differences, they say no thank you, actually. But caring for others, maybe. I don't know about that. How do you quantify that? How do you arrange for that? Is it the horrific, violent actions that they performed in World War II, the atrocities, the tortures? Is that the caring for others part, or is it the anime perception that you have of Japan now? I'm not sure if that's 100% true is what I'm saying. Differences in mentality as a Japanese person, but yeah, not much diversity. They're extremely not diverse. They're like the opposite of what we are. I've actually heard that as well. Japan is kind of racist. I don't think they're kind of racist. I think they're just all the way racist. Tourist area is nice. I've been there. They kept bowing to me. There are really strict laws there. There we go. Maybe they need to defund their police. All right, Vincent Carnera. It's the fact that people won't randomly walk right up to you and be Karens in Japan. Here we go. We're all Gaijin. That's right. All right, let's see what we got. Dada Luma. Ooh. We're all Gaijins. There we go. And Chi-Chu. Maybe that's because they have a built-in sense of understanding the other person. The ability to consider others. Okay, you got Leviathan. This is for Vincent Carnera. Wow, that's a really long name. Don't grade this one. Vermilion Bird Icy? Katuna? The fact that you can leave valuable items on the table in the cafe and go to the bathroom, when you come back, your laptop will still be there. I've heard that's a little bit of an exaggeration. I've heard sometimes your stuff does get stolen. But in general, that's true, okay? And yes, I think that you just wouldn't see that in America at all. And that's because, I don't know. Does that just make them better? Are they just better humans? Think about it for a second. You know, like, I don't know. How else do you define a better human? Somebody who's willing to understand civility and practice it. No, America's number one. Here we go. That's a hollow. Well, being nice to others isn't exclusively a Japanese quality. Deciding not to steal is something we could all practice, in theory.
Newsom is the best candidate for president ever, no other options.
Gavin Newsom, says Alex, the best candidate. Oh my God. All right, and we'll put this away. So Vincent, nothing too crazy coming out of that round. You got your Star Wars pack still. Terra, Princess Sarah, Vermilion, Leviathan, Chi-Chu, and Dalamuda. All right. What do we got? What do we got? That's Darth Vader. He's so nice. How long do you think this inflation will last? I think it is here to stay. There we go. Because the Federal Reserve can't raise the inflation faster than our government spends money. And so that is a really big problem right now. All right, Vincent. They're getting stimulus checks still in California, I guess. All right. Why would you? It doesn't make any sense. There, you've got the Federal Reserve trying to pull back money borrowing, but then you have the government trying to do everything it can to spend more money that it doesn't have. You know, it's not like it raised taxes on us. So how's it going to accomplish that money? It's going to borrow the money. All right, you ready, Vincent? Me and my 2-year-old try watching a little every night before bed. You're the best. My daughter gets so excited every time I put the stream on. It's so funny. Oh my God. You're scaring me, man. So, well, she's 2, so she doesn't understand everything I say, so that's fine. Jacob says, socialism. California is on their own spectrum. What is everyone going to do now that everything is so expensive? Where's my money worth? USA and Japan had a massive treaty, and we owned the Pacific. All right, Vincent. Vincent Carnera. There we go. I finally made it. Then inflation hit. There we go. Okay, let's get a little what's the word? Rotate. Let's get a little rotate going. Just hold on to them. Thanks, man. Sent in my 3rd order since Alex is here. Damn, for reals, I remember when gas was $2 a gallon. It's about the jobs that are necessary for the system, but a smart and productive maximizing person wouldn't do because it's badly paid or damaging to your body, not max productivity. Right. I suppose you could have a robot do that, or you could just pay people more money to do it within your society, or you could hire temporary workers who do not become citizens. You could export the work to another country. There's all kinds of methods to deal with this. I think Japan's doing precisely that. They're allowing temporary workers. But the idea that you have to absorb dumb people is maybe one of the most ridiculous ideas I've ever heard. It's not good for your country to absorb the least competent people. Your country should absorb strictly the smartest people because that's what makes any group powerful. It's strictly the people themselves. Okay, so Vincent, we got Alexander Cortez next. I like pack breaks that are very fun. One more. You got it, Alexander. 3M just bought some of those dog robots and are working on implementing them for dangerous tasks. That wheezing is tempting. He's Pop 28 from EX Delta Species. Ooh. All right. When Grandpa was a kid, you could buy McDonald's burger for a nickel. Well, inflation is the way the government quietly taxes you. So you think you're getting lower taxes, but you're not. The government is, in fact, charging a lot of taxes. Mr. can't decide if he's innovative or conservative. I don't know what you mean by innovative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am a conservative. Ronald Cheath? Is it Cheath? He says, I'll take a lost origin. All right, give me a moment. Let me do a little division. So there are 5 each. And it looks like you ordered 11 of them. 11.8. You could have bought vintage Pokemon Zero for $250. Hard working is key. Smart people don't make it work, in my opinion. Politicians are smart. Are they? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. No, that was for tax. What? Of course, I mean for shipping. $9 for shipping. Oh, okay. Hold on. Give me a moment, Mr. Ronald. In Eastern Washington, there was a shortage of field workers. A lot of the time, they bring immigrants to help farmers. If farmers could not hire American workers at X dollars per hour, you think they would just close business? They would have to raise the wages until people are actually happy enough with the wages that they will actually do the work. A lot of people don't understand that. The reason that they say we need immigration workers is because they want to keep the actual price of the labor artificially low. So they go, we want globalist workers because they'll work for nothing compared to the standards that you have here in the US. They'll work for almost nothing. And so we want them. And if they couldn't obtain them, would they just, these rich farmer, big farmer companies, they would just shut down, huh? No, they would get workers, but they'd have to pay more. And so their profit margin would be lower. Instead of being a multi-bazillion millionaire, they'll just have to make a few less million. You see what I'm saying? So being able to import global workers is a way to keep your costs down. And that's the same as exporting your work to a place like China. It's the same thing. All right, Mr. Ronald, let's see. Sounds good, man. We're going to get you shipped right after this. So, 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It rains too much in Washington. Is my stream the only one that looks blurry? So we're going to need a fresh case of Lost Origin. So, give me a moment. I got a fresh case right over here. Kitty, you're still in here? What are you doing here, Kitty? I guess we just wouldn't farm anymore if we couldn't import workers from across the globe. It's so silly to say. I'm more of chicken patty kind of a game. What? This is an interesting channel, economy and Pokemon cards. I get the name now. Yeah. Here we are. All right. So we need 2 more packs. Mister, you can just make robots that farm for you. Well, eventually that will happen. Eventually, yeah. Feeling that Aerodactyl art. Heck yeah, let's get it. But yeah, so let's say John's working for $21 an hour here in Missouri. That's pretty decent. But then, let's say I could hire an international worker to do his job for, let's say, $12 an hour. Then I would probably go with that option as long as the quality of the work was roughly the same. And you would save half your cost of labor. So why wouldn't farmers constantly bring people in to do that job? And then they say, well, Americans don't want to do the job. No, that's not true. Americans want a good paying job, and you don't offer that. So you have one of the most difficult labor jobs with the lowest pay rate, and people don't want to do it. So, but instead of raising the cost of the labor, the wages on that labor, you just say, oh, why don't we just import people from another country where the dollar is worth less than it is here, you know? And so that's why you get that. But they claim Americans won't do the job. That is a lie. That is not true. The farmers don't want to pay more. That's what's really going on. The farmers do not want to pay more for labor. All right, Ronald, let's see what you got. Mr. Ronald. The farmers do not want to pay more money for labor. We've got Greedence. All good, my G just chilling. eBay won't let me look up TCCG graded cards anymore and will always correct it to TCG graded or BCCG. What? Traveling nurses get paid really good. Here's Spiritomb. How much is weed where you live? In Missouri? I don't know. Because in Missouri, weed is still not legal. Here's Panic Mask and Gudra. You can get it with the medical license. There we go. I pay for rent by having sex with grandmas. What? Mr. is okay with paying more for labor because he wants to give fellow Americans like John a living wage. Yeah, and that's actually true. That is actually true. I think that we should hold other American countries to that standard. But American businessmen, they're more like globalists now. They don't really care if people from this country work or people from another country work. They care about a single thing, enriching themselves in their particular country. So this is why I feel like one of the functions of a strong nationalist government is to ensure that the globalist corporations that will probably, they're like a country that exists within your country. So the strong globalist corporations have to take care of your people above the rest of the world, or they have to leave, one or the other. We're a very large marketplace. So Americans have a lot of money to give Coca-Cola and Pepsi and all these other companies, the pharmaceutical companies. If those companies cannot become nationalized for the United States and prefer the United States, then we should just say, that's fine, but you got to go now. We're taking you out of business and we'll replace you with a company that is a nationalist company. And I feel that the UK should do the same, Germany should do the same, France should do the same. China's already doing that because they're actually smart. All right, Ronald, we're going to get you a fresh bag and then we're going to ship these out. Ooh. Yeah, other countries don't do that. And China does because they're smart. Let's see, Ronald. And let's grab this. Like, if you're running the UK, you should kick Google out of the UK right now. You should just kick them out. All right. Save my luck for Vegas this weekend. Nice. Why would you want your religion or government to decide your gender? Sounds communist to me. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. And print. Carrier rates have changed. Oh my God, these carrier rates are changing so often. The British love baked beans. When it comes to companies like Google and Apple and other technology companies, the UK should just kick them out and say, we'll create our own software companies that are for our people, and those software companies will make money that stays here in the UK rather than being imported to Google. That would be very smart of them. And you know how, like, the United States was real worried about TikTok spying on Americans? How is the rest of the world not worried about all of these other companies owned by the United States spying on their people? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so now we've got Elaine. Whoa, 20 more lost orgasms. All right, you got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 18, 19, 20. Here we are, 19, 20. Yeah, you're letting another country dominate you technologically, and that's a big cost. It's a really expensive cost. Pokemon can spy one me. They're a bunch of old men. Sneep. What? Okay, now that Aerodactyl, please. Let's get that Aerodactyl. Easy Aerodactyl, Mr. Ravi. Sneep. 20 lost origins. This is a lot of lost origins, man. Do I have enough lost origins? China wants UK fighter pilots. Sneep. And that's because China has the money to afford them. Just another example of what I was saying being true. The country with all the money has all the military. So your economy is the single important issue for your whole country because it pretty much decides what else is going to happen for you. There we go. Let's see what we got. So when you measure the success of a president, you should really measure it in one way. Was our country wealthier by the end of their term? And if it's not true, then he was a bad president. Here's Gallagher. Woo! Volo, Spectrier, and Bonnet. Woo! Look at that Bonnet. Lovely. Other things you can do with money include medical research. You can do all the innovations and research and inventions when your country has the money. Pidgeot, look at that Pidgeot. When your government is wealthy, it can afford to fund research on important issues. Our defense minister said we can't do that to let them know our secrets, and I agree. Very good. How do you quantify that for Trump's run? Here's Swana. I don't know what you mean by quantify that for Trump's run. Are you asking me if I think Donald Trump ran a better economy than Joe Biden? I mean, I think he definitely did until COVID came and wrecked the economy. Here we are. China has vast wealth and is not the best place to live. Oops, come on now. I agree. There's a lot of people wanting to leave China because it's kind of oppressive. Our safety and integrity over money. Here's Gloom. Well, Luke, if you like safety and integrity, those are things you can accomplish when you have money. It's when you're poor that you're no longer being able to afford security, and you might compromise your integrity because you're in a desperate scenario. So people who are poor are more likely to go against their integrity. Here's Hoopa and Delphox. A country that is very poor might compromise their integrity to do something corrupt. All right, here's Rhyperior and Kingdra. Here's Comfy. Holy, these packs are cold. You just pulled a perfectly centered Charizard. That's not cold, that's hot. Okay, here's Iskin. And... oh, Rainbow Gudra. So good. It's got good right in the name. That means it's got to be good. Here's Arcphone. All right, Elaine. Very nice. All right. So some of those were off center. Luckily, the Charizard's on center. Gudra, no, Gudra's looking a little thin. Man, the print quality on these is dog water. It's so bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, there we are. Elaine. Here we are. Yeah, at least the Charizard's nice. I'm sorry. That's not Aerodactyl. That's not Giratina. Woo! Okay, we're refreshing, and we've got Peyton Van Winkle, 6 Lost Origins. Wow, man, people love Lost Origins. That's 3, and that's 3. I haven't seen people go this crazy for a set in a while, man. I'm going to do 10 Evolving Skies. Go for it, man. Do I have to pay for shipping again? No, we'll add the Evolving Skies to your current outgoing bag. Sneep. Sneep. All right, very good. You actually didn't have to ship right away either. So the way this stream is designed, look at all these bags, see? So all these people are waiting to ship while they build up a bag. All right. Has the battle gone off? This Battle Boosty has 3 spots left. I want a Battle Boosty. Here's C-Dot Vileplume. Spectrier. Beautyfly Zoroark. Ooh, silly Zoroark. Ariados Giratina. Mister, now I have a U.S. address. Get that new Topps box ready. Nice, man. Here's Honchkrow. What Pokemon is the 1100 slab? Ooh, look at that. Zoroark. Nice. I spent over 1,000 doll hairs with Mister this month. Only 1,000? Ha! That's nothing. Let's see. I appreciate it, man. That's very kind of you. Let's see. We want a different song. Click. All right. I spent $16,000 2 days ago. So here's Peyton with a P. I just spent $3,000 today on a... I bought, I believe it was 30. I bought 30 silver coins today. And they'll arrive, and then I'll send them off to grade with NGC. Those will come back about a half year from now. So that's like a $3,000 investment in inventory. So about 6 months from now, they'll return from NGC, and then I'll start flipping them, selling them for more than I paid for them. And hopefully people want them. You know, that's an important issue. Say it, Mr. 1K is poor people money. I thought he was really going to leave it at the laugh. I'm only familiar with base set. All right, let's see what's next. We got Mr. Ronald, who says 10 Evolving Skies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a 10. All right. Did you buy my boxes today? What boxes? Oh, I've not purchased the restock on shipping boxes. Not yet. I'm sorry. We'll get those shipping boxes. Moonbryon. Sneep. Sneep. How's the grades, John? They're going so well. John's been helping me prep cards to be sent out in a submission. Incoming Altart. Oh my God. All right, Ronald. You've got Gyarados. Rawr. Has John earned his money yet? What do you mean by that? You mean like, is he getting paid? He's getting paid. Okay, Gyarados, Eevee, and Sylveon. Grades are halfway through. August, maybe more. So get your grades in now. We'll get them out quickly. As in, is he self-sufficient? I think he is. He's still learning some things. I keep teaching him new things. And I'm always surprised to realize how extremely good I got at this over 3 years. So for John, some of these things are new, like sorting through cards for grading. I'll sit down and crank out a huge pile of cards to be sent off to grade very quickly. And I guess that's something that takes practice. And, you know, I just been doing this nonstop for like 3 years. So I just got my first Brilliant Star Charizard. What? Glad I got that gold Zoroark. I'm so stoked. All right. Whoop. And Articuno Palpitoad. I actually already had some experience by working for my dad. You know, when I worked for my dad when I was like 13, 14, 15, 16, I made a lot of mistakes back then when I was a teenager. Stuff like shipping product to the wrong person. One time I shipped, I can't remember how much. It was like $300, $500. I can't remember what it was, but it was some really expensive cuts of wood. And I shipped it to a guy in Japan, and it wasn't supposed to go to him, and we never got it back. And so that was just a straight loss. My dad was so angry about it. And so I learned about that the hard way, making mistakes like that. All right. Yeah, it left an impression on me because I'd never realized how big of a responsibility shipping can be. But that's true right now for like every company that hires people for shipping. Like, think of it like this. Let's say you're a card grading company, which is technically what John's working in. And you're like PSA, and you got this huge box of cards with like maybe $10,000 worth of slabs in it, right? You got a huge slab return from like middlemaning whoever group, and they've got hundreds and hundreds of cards in it. And it's worth $10,000. And then your worker shipper guy who prints the label out, he prints it for the wrong address or the wrong person. Let's say he ships it to the next guy, slaps that little label on that box. That one little mistake, whoosh, $10,000 of cards goes to the wrong guy. So it's like a huge responsibility to 100% never make a mistake with shipping. And that can be hard to understand until you make the mistake. Then you go, oh, shoot, that's an expensive mistake. So a company can do everything right. A company can like sell $5,000 of cards or a product, whatever it is, and then ship it to a different address. And it's like, poof, you just shipped $5,000 in the wrong direction. All right. And so, yeah, it's a little bit scary. Okay, now we got Jadian May Lua, Charizard Battle Booster. You got it. Do you think the dollar will fall in the next few months? No, I'm betting that the Federal Reserve will once again increase interest rates. So the thing that will fall is the stock market. Jadian May Lua. But the thing is, there's no point in predicting because you never actually know. It could do the opposite of what I just said. I just bought some games for the 100 million tonight in Australia. I think we're done. I think we're out of orders, guys. Hold on. So we are out of orders, but we are not out of time. It's only 2. So technically I have another hour to go. What do you guys want me to do when I have nothing to do? I could slab rotate. I could price new slabs. I could show off the large, but the large just started, so nobody really cares about that. I could open a pack for myself. Notice the dollar got stronger. Can we pay you to sleep? Oh, wow, that Wheezing is Pop 28. He sure is. Look him up. Delta Wheezing, Delta Species Wheezing. Mr. Talk Politics. Once upon a time, politics. Should I open more packs? I want to hear the most convincing point of view for the Democrats. You know, so Democrats have a different point of view about the world, and I want to know why I should vote for them. Because when I was younger, and I would argue more naive, I did vote Democrat, and now I'm older and I'm voting conservative. So what are the Democrats' best ideas right now? I'd like to hear them. Accidentally send me a free Charizard, says Bull City. Oh my God. Be careful of this guy. He's trying to get free Charizards. I want to hear their best ideas. Open a box of Minecraft for yourself. I could do that. I might actually have John open a box of Minecraft for me. Repo. Oh, we could do a repo. All right, let's head over to the Slab Away channel and look for a repo slab. Okay, we've got Sean Fells, who ordered a Mewtwo slab in June, and he has not made a single payment on it, according to this. So Sean Fells is losing that Mewtwo. Okay, let me put that in here. Oh, that's the backup. Hold on. We want this, the reclaimed channel. There's a hidden channel called Reclaimed. Okay, give me a second. Sean Fells' Mewtwo. Oh, Sean. Oh, well, I don't see a Sean Fells Mewtwo. Maybe he already paid it off. Maybe that's why. Maybe that guy already paid it or already canceled it, and that's why it doesn't show any changes on it. I got to make money back from those openings. Now, I got to work tomorrow. I'll see you later. I'll be back for your streams. Thanks, Now. 200 square foot box for $1,400, California style. Do you have a list of the slabs available? Nope, we just rotate them throughout the stream. We're always getting different slabs on the table. That's what's fun about it. Okay. Hold on, let me make a note about this one. All right. Now, let's look for another repo. We have a Marius Larson for Snorlax. He has not made a payment. Louis Laura. Joseph Avila. A lot of... Here we go. Here's one from May. Jacob Hamilton had a Rapidash. Let's grab that Jacob Hamilton. Okay. And we'll put this in Reclaimed as well. Jacob Hamilton. He's about to lose this card. Here it is. Wow, why did he even put this in Slab Away? It seems like a card that doesn't need to be in Slab Away. So it's this Vending Series Rapidash. Let me check the price on it. The repo men are coming! That's right. You are not allowed to put a card in the Slab Away and pay nothing on it. The rule is it must be 50% paid down in 3 months. This is Rapidash Vending. And it has gotten cheaper. So it is cheaper. So look, he put this into Slab Away for $79. That must have been the buy it now price of it at that time. And now the price has gone down to $50. So he deprived me of being able to sell it back then when it was more expensive. And when a card does that, people tend to not pay it. They go, oh, my card went down in price. I'm not paying for that because I'm not going to take a loss on it. So Mr. TCC will take the loss. That's why we got to have a reserve fee and a cancel fee and this ability to repo the card if you're not making any payments on it because we don't want it to go down anymore. Okay, let's see. We have an Eric Arteaga, a Dew Charizard, but he's paid quite a lot of it already. Let me see last time Eric made a payment. Because that's from February. So he is over by about 2 months, actually. Let's see what you guys are saying. Innovation is the innate desire to advance and expand technology and self-sustaining energy specifically. It is, in essence, the instinct to advance productivity. That is a lot of words to say somebody thought of something clever or a clever way to improve something. I don't think you need to be a conservative or a Democrat to come up with a new idea on how to do something, right? Like, I'm sure there's plenty of conservative engineers. I'm sure there's plenty of Democratic engineers, and they might like certain work styles, lifestyles, or it might be attracted to a certain area of certain jobs. But yeah, that's a real long way of saying me think of new toy, new tool. All right, so we're looking for Eric Artiega. Because I think earlier, wait, no, actually, there's very few conservative engineers. My wife's a senior software engineer, and she is very conservative. And I went to school for computer science and graduated, and I'm also conservative. So maybe we're just super rare. And my bet, here's my actual bet. My bet is that and it's not just engineers, by the way. It could be, there's all kinds of different jobs, right? But my guess is that if you are a conservative engineer working specifically in technology, you don't open your freaking mouth. My wife talks about this all the time. My wife talks about how at work, they constantly push woke policy at work, and she hates it, but she doesn't say anything about it. And the people at her job think she's liberal. They actually talk politics and she agrees with them, and she fiercely disagrees on the inside. So you're not allowed to come out and say, actually, I love Donald Trump. You're not allowed to say that. That would basically mark you, you know. So I don't know how many other engineers are in hiding, but they're certainly existing if I had to guess. So let's see. Eric Artiega. It's actually sounding like we might have already repoed Eric Artiega's slab. I'm looking at his old PayPal order. I have not ever heard of a conservative speak on some of the things you do the way you do. Well, that's communism AF. Mister, how about wheezing for $2.25 honey buns? How about wheezing for $2.25? Well, that's what he costs. He costs $2.25. I always wonder that, mister. Think about it. You're working at Google. You have a very good paying job, but you like Donald Trump. You're going to go walking around the Google campus with the Donald Trump hat on, you're going to lose your job. You know, that's how it is now. So I would say that if I had to guess, there's plenty of conservatives, or at least people who are undecided voters, who they're in the sciences and they just don't talk about it. They're like, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to lose my job over politics. You know what I mean? All right, we're going to search for Eric Artiega. It does sound like I already took the slab. All right. Let's see. Yeah, his slab's not in here. I can see in our PayPal messages, it sounded like I was already taking his slab away and we were discussing his refund. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that one. I think that one's gone. All right. Who do you think is working on the jet fighter planes? Raging liberals? Oh, I hate Donald Trump, but I love making missiles. I love building jet fighter planes. Here's Evelyn. Here's a silly dark Golbat. Here's Magnemite. Here's McKee. All right. Next up, we've got Alexander, Alex PSX. He says, let's organize my other box. Oh, Alex, you said the magic words, Alex. Okay, give me a moment. So Alex actually has two boxes. Let's see if I can find it real fast. That's Tammy Lowe. Oh, here it is. That is a heavy box. I already told you how to fix it, says Alex. Disregard political affiliation. Create weapons. Mister, you have orders. You can be a conservative or liberal Democrat, or conservative or liberal Republican. Y'all do realize that politics is a spectrum. All right, you ready? Here goes, Alex. We got an Audino, Machamp break, Eveltal break. This is pretty cute, actually. That's a promo card, huh? What are these? Did you get these from like... Oh, you must have gotten these from... Well, these are pretty cool, man. Nice, nice. Okay, you got Mr. Mime. Okay, ooh, I like that Charizard. Set him to the side. Dreadnought's cool. Some Hollows, some Star Wars. Oh, that's a hit. Some Hollows in here. You can always donate Hollows if you want to make your box have more room in it, because your box right now is full. There we go. How much do you pay for Hollow? 3 smoochies. All right. Pop this in there. Okay. What's this? Alex's Hits. I feel like the concept of being a liberal was sort of like openness to ideas, right? Wouldn't you agree? And I think that's kind of the direction you were going with the concept of being an innovator. But you know, I would argue in 2022, liberalism has changed a little bit. I think liberalism is more about, I would say liberalism is more about actually kind of being conservative. It's about here's the rules and everyone has to follow them. It's about conformity now. Being a liberalism was about breaking from that conformity in the 90s and early 2000s. Now it is about you better follow the conformity or lose everything. So it's weird because they've made this strange turn. How can being liberal be about conforming? Well, because you guys have very strong feelings, I guess you could call them feelings, about the same subjects. And if you don't agree, the way that they cancel you, the way that they try to throw you out of work, they don't want to hear your arguments. They want to get rid of you. So that's something that you find typically in religion. That's called blasphemy laws. So the left has blasphemy laws. They used to be the sort of like the party of free thinkers. You were hippies and weirdos, and you wanted to be different and strange. Now it's more like believe in all the same things I do, or we will get rid of you. And that sounds a lot like the conservatives that I ran away from when I was young. When I was young, I was like, I got to get away from the conservatives, dude. They're crazy. It's a conservative party that believes in blasphemy laws. I was liberal when I attended college, became more conservative over the last 6 years. Yeah, and that's exactly what my wife and I experienced. We were both liberals while we were in college. And then we started studying where we were going to move to and realized, oh, wow, there's a lot of crime anywhere that there's a lot of Democrats. And we realized all the low crime places were generally conservative where we lived. That might not be true for every state, by the way, but it certainly affected our perspective. Here's capture energy. Yeah, crime became a really big issue for us because we just wanted to move to a place with low crime. That was our like major goal. There you go. Crime was one of the biggest factors. We refuse to move to a place with high crime. Just won't ever happen. We need a dictatorship to take all of Mister's money and assets. Then we could solve world hunger. Yes, but first the leader always has to take your money first. If we just give all our money to the communist government, finally we'll have world peace. Yay! It's so naive, dude. It's really naive. Let's see. All right. Metal. Here's what will actually happen. The government will use its money to protect its position. So if you don't like some policy that the government implements in a communist system, the government will stop caring because the government has both the money and the military. You don't have a separation of the private and the private economy and the government's treasury. So the government gets to take all of your money, but it already had the military. So now it's got all the money and all the military. And if you don't like what the government's implementing, it'll go, we don't care. Like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Oh, you want your money back now? Oh, well, that's too late for that because we got your money and we've got your military too. So what are you going to do about it? Quit hurting yourself. Quit punching yourself. Here we are. Age/Darmanitan. As we all know, the history of how governments spend money is typically when you give the government all your money, they spend it really carefully. Governments understand that even though it's not their money, they should spend it as carefully as the person who earned it, right? That's typically how it goes, right? Nah, government does not care. Government's like, all right, you gave us more money and we spent it almost instantly. Now where's more money? That's how it actually goes, right? Like, our government already receives a lot of tax money. How is it in debt so much? Because the government always spends more than it has. Why would giving the government more money solve that or change that? You think the government is going, oh, we love to spend more than we have. But if you just gave us more money, we would suddenly become responsible with it. What are you talking about, dude? All right, Alex, you got a lot, man, but I'm not seeing a lot of hits. Seems like we already went through this box and concentrated all the hits into that earlier bag. But we have the hottest reporters. What are you talking about? I feel that the government will never be able to pay off its debts. Well, the government can't pay its debts off. Only you can pay the government's debts off. So the government would really like for you to do that if you could. Okay, what do we got here? This seems like a previous card sort from the past. Boy, Alex, I wasn't doing card sorts like that since a long time ago. So these are some old cards you pulled. So you got a lot of cards from Evolutions in here. Lovely Mewtwo. Some Star Wars. They spend it on war. They spend it on anything, dude. They'll spend it on, like, furniture. I wish I was joking. The government will spend, including the UK government. So I know we might have UK listeners because it's 10 a.m. in the morning over there. You know what your government's going to do when they increase your taxes? They're going to buy nice royal luxuries. So they're going to take their big buildings with the pretty bricks in it, and they're going to buy an even fancier couch. Yay! Government will literally just spend all your money on furniture and anything else that wastes that money. Mister, I'm not a liberal. Oh, you're right. 8 a.m. Sorry, Dan. Why is America the world police? Because we're dumb. It has not worked for us. It has not worked for us. Vietnam, the Middle East, now Russia, Ukraine. That's their war. But, you know, the United States wants to be involved because we're going to have an outcome that's good for us, I guess. I don't have faith in that. And I think Putin knows that. That's cool, man. Look at this. Whew. That is really nice. But I can tell it's not going to grade well. All right. Well, we went through all your stuff, Mr. Alex. This organizing is super calm. Thank you, Alex. So, Alex, honestly, the box would not be that full if it weren't for all of those Star Wars packs in the back. There's quite a few Evolution reverse holos in here that I'm guessing have almost no chance of a 10. And then you got a nice chunk of holos here, too. And actually, there was quite a few holos in this bag. What's standing out to me, Alex, is that all the hits were already sorted in this box and placed into a bag already. There we go. You got a ton of these Star Wars cards. Bird Keeper. Okay. Mister, the most powerful criticism. What? Being able to criticize is just being able to see that something can be improved, you know? Just being able to see that something's not the way it ought to be. Criticism helps you improve. Criticism's also overtly negative and doesn't feel very good. But, you know, let's say if you didn't have the ability to criticize, maybe you would just throw all your litter on the ground outside, right? So the ability to criticize really is a useful tool in your range of emotions to help improve the quality of your life. But, you know, I can be a little critical sometimes. It's kind of how my brain sounds 24/7, by the way. This is just like stream of consciousness for me. All right, what we got? So I'm going to jump back into this bag, Alex. By the way, why did this not originally make it? Fat on the bottom, on the back versus the top. Yeah, just a little off center on the back, I'd say. And for CGC, that would be a big problem. Law, Mr. Talk about bad government spending. People need to watch comedy movie Best Defense. Fill the pack break. So here's Charmander, Charizard, cute little Oshawott. Does he have a chance? You know what? Oshawott looking like he don't have a chance. Does this guy have a chance? Nope. Does this guy have a chance? Nope. Audino? Nope. There's a white dot on one of the edges of the border. Slightly thinner on the bottom. That might have a chance, though. Okay. That's actually quite nice. I like the centering. Nope. White dots. That's a 9. I love critical thinking or discussions. Well, you know, you want your country to perpetually improve, you know, and that goes along with my concept of humans evolving over time. Like, how did we get to this point in our existence? Well, we got to this point because we evolved to it. And does that mean the world has stopped turning? Are we done evolving for the rest of time? No, humans are obviously still evolving. And so we have to continue to evolve in a way that is deterministic. We want to evolve in the way that we want to be, you know, and that includes taking control of things that we can take control of now, but that also just means like just bettering ourselves constantly, because I do believe that evolution isn't just about, you know, natural selection, mate selection. I think it's also sort of like a genetic expression kind of thing too, you know what I mean? Ooh, so man, your cards are, this is very close. Do we grow more limbs or sexual organs? I don't think so. But, you know, I think probably when it comes to human evolution, what probably will occur is your brain will get better. So over time, we will be less like the animals and more like a human with an even greater sense of self-control. Humans currently lack the ability to have self-control, the ability to consider others, to do what you're always supposed to be doing. We really lack that, is the truth. Thin on the right. Thin on the left. White dot. Thin on the right and the bottom. Yeah, thin on the bottom. Snorlax. Okay, he's looking good. Fat on the top slightly. This is a maybe. Blastoise, huh? Little Blastoise. Okay. And we looked at this Charizard already, huh? Ooh, yeah, definitely got to grade the Charizard. Now, is that a dot or that's on the sleeve? Yeah, definitely grade this Charizard, man. Okay, and this Luke was added. He's got some whiting on the edge. Yeah, he's really good, but he won't grade 10. He'll probably get a 9. All right, cool. So, Alex, I whittled the bag down quite a bit more. Your hits bag now. There we go. And these are not quite hits, but they're rather good. Okay, got to send that Charizard out for sure. All right, that was Alex's card sort. Sweet. Yeah, it looked like we'd already sorted through that box. Peyton Van Winkle, 4 Evolving Skies. You got it, Mr. Peyton. Mr. messaged you on Discord about Top Series 1 box I got for you. Haven't received a response. I'm interested. Try sending the message again. Try sending the message again, okay? Just say bump or something to get your message to the top of my message box. I struggle a lot with this, guys. It's getting hard to answer messages. Steep. All right. Talk politics. We enjoy politics. Here's Gordy. This November, man, is politics season. This is the season. November around the corner. Do you guys think that the Republicans will take either the Senate or the House? That's what the Republicans will need to do to stop the Democrats from being able to pass bills anymore. They have to take either the House or the Senate. If the Democrats hold on to the House and the Senate, that is going to be a very good thing for them. They're going to be like, see, the American people want what we got to sell. And they could lose both the Senate and the House. That would be sort of like, you know, that would kind of be like the American people saying, we don't want either. We don't want anything you're selling. I mean, Irving Morales says 2 Arcanas. 2 Arcanas? Holy Arcana. Let's see. Do I got an open box? Open box, open box. Yes, I do. It would be them rejecting it. All right, Irving. Thanks, man. Let's see. Sneep. I have a bag. You got a bag? You got it. Okay, and here we are. Oh, wait. We got to actually open them. 2 hollows. And 2 hollows. Very nice. Yeah, I think that right now the world is in a power struggle. East versus West is what's going on, guys. It's going down right now as we speak. East versus West. Okay, and that's it. We got no more orders. Should we shut down early? I enjoy the Pokemon and the politics. You guys, if we're out of orders, I say we shut down early. No, says Jonathan. Who do you think will be president in 2024? Hopefully not Joe Biden. I mean, I don't understand. It's so weird. It's like Joe Biden's dementia. I think in a way it's normalized slightly because he's up there with dementia or whatever it is. And it's like our standards have fallen. You know what I mean? You ever been like, you're with a bad partner, you're with a bad girlfriend. She doesn't treat you right. You don't share the same values, but you know, she's the girlfriend, you know, so you're not breaking up either, because breaking up would be difficult. It's like, I feel like that's what America is right now. I can't believe there's not more outrage over him. I feel like America will have to lower its standards so badly for a president that can't speak correctly. I mean, I'm just thinking back. I'm like thinking George W. Bush was a gaffe machine. How did that guy get elected twice? Oh, man. I don't know, man. And then President Obama, everyone loves him, but he was secretly kind of terrible. And then I actually liked Donald Trump's era because there was no new wars and a strong economy. That's it. That's all I want. And I don't care if it's a Republican or Democrat. I honestly don't. But that's what I want. I want no wars and a strong economy. And if you don't agree with me on that because you don't like him, well, I think you are probably very upset by his personality. You want outrage over someone that can't talk. What about Trump talking no sense? What don't you like about him? I'd like to hear. So I guess people don't like him. Okay, I got an order here. Irving Morales. Oh, wait, I already did that one. Wait, so do I have a new order or don't I? Let's see. I was acting like I had a new order. Let's see. Yeah, weird. I guess I don't have a new order. No, you didn't mind. I like Donald Trump's border and foreign policy. None of those have to do with Trump. No, you did mind. Trump 2024. I think there's a lot of people who are upset that Donald Trump wanted to end illegal immigration into the United States. My position on the subject of immigration is pretty straightforward. Anyone who is going to be a net tax gain should be just brought into the country. Like, you should literally be snatching people up around the world who are net tax gains. And then on the opposite side of that spectrum, America should not be the dumping ground for homeless people. So it's kind of like, it doesn't really matter who you are, but it matters whether or not we are going to be absorbing homeless people for the world versus absorbing geniuses and businessmen and hard workers. And I'll apply that to American people themselves. So if you're sort of like an American citizen, but you're a bum, I wish I could just deport you, honestly. Like, I don't want to be your neighbor. I don't want to pay for your stuff. I don't like bums. And I hate that I live next to you. And I'd rather live next to a guy from Mexico who's not a bum than next to an American citizen who is a bum. So I feel very strongly about that. But you just can't have an open border, guys. That's a security issue. Like, didn't they find a bunch of people on the terrorist watch list trying to sneak over the border. Wasn't that actually a real thing? I'm pretty sure it was. Let me see. I think they were caught at the border, right? Like 11 people. Terrorist watch list arrest spike. This is from September 20th, 2022. Let's see. The number of individuals on the FBI terrorism watch list arrested after attempting to enter the U.S. illegally from Mexico over the past year is beyond any year on record. Federal law enforcement arrested 78. I'm sorry, 11 was wrong. 78 terrorism watch list suspects trying to unlawfully enter the country in the 11th month period ending in August. Wow. So those are the ones they caught, I guess. That's really crazy if you think about it. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. You know what I mean? I forgot that happened. So maybe the article I read recently was just 11 of them had been caught that week or that month. I don't know. 78 this year. Wild, man. It's just not, overall, it's not a good idea. Francisco says, 52 my slab away. You got it, Francisco. You got it, man. All right. So we have updated that. And then 4 lost origins. Thank the CIA, says Bull City. It's a CIA psyops. Oh, man. Funny, man. Sleep. All right. Francisco. You ready? Thank you, mister. Sorry, I've been busy. You've been busy? No problem, man. Here's Gengar. We're all busy. You have to take time out of your day for pokies. Tell your wife, tell your girlfriend, that she's important to you, but that Pokemon cards are more important to you. Here's Mr. Mime. All right. Did you know there was a dedicated hotline for criers in the 80s? What is a crier? Somebody who needs to cry? Oh, Francisco. Earlier in the stream today, I asked, there is an outcome where the United States loses the game. We become a bad, unstable, crap country to live in. And one of the questions I asked people was, what does that look like? What are all the missteps we have to take to become that kind of country? Like the fall of Rome. Let's say you could go back and talk to the Roman people and be like, look, here are all the things you did wrong. Don't do them. And so you could just go down a list and tell them what to avoid. Well, what if we were doing that list for ourselves right now? Like, what are we doing wrong? What are we doing right? And just be honest, don't get your emotions involved. Don't get passionate or whatever. Just be like a competitor. Be like sharp, like a whatever you want to call it. And think about, what are we doing right? What are we doing wrong right now? What are the missteps we're taking that's going to make us lose? If we were to lose the game, what would that look like? You know what I mean? Here's Jonathan Sylvester. 1 spot on the pack break. You got it, Jonathan. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Whoop. Jonathan Sylvester. And for me, it always comes back down to the economy. Not focusing on renewable and self-sustaining energy. I agree that we should focus on more energy. That's what I would say. So for you, you've limited it to like certain types of energy. I would say we should just have all of as much of the energy as possible. All the oil, all the gas, all the nuclear, and then I don't care, as much sundials as you can sell, sunscreen, wind turbines. When it comes to solar, it's a very small percentage of our energy, isn't it? Isn't it like 2% or something like that? And then windmills are a little bit better than that, but it's only like 9 or something like that. I can't remember. But solar and wind has not been that consistent or that powerful. We really still rely on fossil fuel, which we were told when I was like 10, we were about to run out of. I'm 33 now, and we still rely on it, and we have not run out of it. But, you know, we still have like nuclear energy. And it's funny because China just made that observation on the moon of that new material that could be used in fusion or fission or whatever it was, nuclear reactors in the future, maybe. You'd think it would be us making those discoveries, but no, it's China, which is disappointing to me. I feel like America should be doing that, but whatever. But anyways, yeah, when it comes to energy, you're right. Energy is an important issue for any country, for all countries. And it shouldn't be, oh, we need renewable energy. It should be, we need all the energy. We should have a monopoly on energy. And I feel like there's a lot of concern over the environment, which I suppose I share that concern, but it's like, if you stop producing the fossil fuels over here, then you really just buy it from your neighbor who produces it over there. You haven't solved any problem. You've made gas more expensive. You've allowed a little monopoly of people in the Middle East and Russia and Venezuela control the oil. So that's nice for them, I suppose. But you haven't actually solved the problem. Also, I would argue that they don't care as much about clean energy. So the means that they use to refine and ship the oil is probably dirtier than the means we would have used over here. We can use better technologies, in my opinions. So, you know, it's kind of, I just don't agree with Biden's, you know, policies on energy. I think that that's actually a significant reason that we have so much inflation, along with all the money printing, and then on top of that, Russia. Until the coasts of our country are lined with turbines and there's solar panels on more roofs, you haven't seen what they can do yet. Super Dan Kiwi, it's funny that you brought that up because I was researching that very subject. See, this is what I do, Super Dan. I just sit around and read all day. I love this stuff. The solar panels on your house do not work. There was research done recently on them, and they suck. They're extremely expensive, and the roof of your home is really designed to be beat up. So the roof of your home is kind of hard to access, you know, because it's on top of something, your house. It's kind of hard to access. It's got limited space. And then it just gets beat the F up because it's just this open space above your home, which, of course, a solar panel would need an open space. But what they discovered, the cost of installing solar panels on your roof is so expensive and the material so expensive that the additional energy that you save from getting from that is not counteracting the cost of installing. So when you install your solar panels and then they inevitably break, what they discovered in the research is that people don't renew. They don't fix them. They don't get a new one because they go, well, it actually loses me money. So there's no reason for it. And so the solution is to make better solar energy, a better system of solar energy. What if you just install them yourself? Well, you know, some people can do that. Not everyone can. Why is Oklahoma trying to offer free panels and maintenance to residents willing to switch? Very often, Super Dan Kiwi, that is because the government takes my tax money and it just gives it to the energy companies. It just gives it to them because they're saving the planet. So that's very often it's subsidized, which is free money for companies. The government takes my money away and gives it to another company for free. That's socialism for companies, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It makes me very angry. So yeah, that's when you hear about you could get solar panels on your roof for free. That's the government incentive program to install solar panels that are cost ineffective. Did you see Ed Sheeran did a song about Pokemon? I didn't. I did not see that. All right, we got another order for Weston Miller. He wants 2 steam sieges. You got it, man. 2 steamy sieges. Here we are. 2 Japanese battle region. Yeah, the Democrats love to take your money in the form of taxes, and then they give it away for free to solar panel companies where if they succeed, they get to keep all the profits. So it's public money going to a private company for a product that sucks. They have not made a good product, but don't worry. The government's going to give them our money, so they'll succeed anyways until they stop receiving our money, at which point those companies generally fail. That was what actually happened under the Obama administration. There was some kind of solar panel company. He was chucking tons of money out, and then it failed during his term, during his presidency. It was on the news for a while. I remember this. All right, you ready? Whoop. Oh, no, the dang it card. I'm sorry. Hey, man, I'm going to get you a free one. It's so late. and the line's short and you got a dang it card, I just feel like giving out some free ones. Mister, so you don't think it's a good investment? It's a good idea. Yeah, solar panels are a good idea. They have to reach a point where they're cost effective. When they're cost effective, then it will make more sense for the average American consumer to purchase solar panels. So in other words, those solar panel companies need to succeed without the help of government subsidies. And then I'll say, yay, we did it. But the reason they always need government subsidies is because nobody wants their stupid overpriced product that doesn't work. All right, we'll get you one more. I mean, F Solar, you didn't read the article about the Pacific turbines being blocked, did you? No, I did not read that one. Here we are. Let's see. I thought Elon Musk made a solar panel. Yeah, well, you haven't heard about it anymore, have you? That's probably because it didn't work out. If it was a big winner for him, you'd probably hear more about it. Steep. The technology basically needs to improve. All right, let's see. Here's Appraisal. Then we can create massive amounts of pollution with solar panels going into some sort of gigantic dumpster someday. Here's Litwick. All right. And, oh, yes! You did it, Weston! You pulled Full Art Mega Stelix. Beautiful, man. All right. There's Mega Stelix. And Litwick. That APOM is so cute. Weston says, wow, you did it, Weston. Ta-da! All right, not so bad of a round after all. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Lazy to improve technology not needed yet. Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be lazy on whatever is providing the highest profit margin. You should read about it. A Pacific string of turbines would create enough energy to meet the current need for electricity. Yeah, I think that every green energy company makes essentially the same claim that, oh my God, this is so good. If we just did this, it would replace fossil fuels. So why don't they just get some investors together and do it? Good question. Why do you got to constantly hear about their brilliant idea? If it's such a good idea, why don't they just go do it? And the real reason they don't typically is because the investors actually analyze the business model and they go, no, this doesn't actually produce the profits. There's politics behind this, mister. You know what? That is possible, Super Dan Kiwi. Here we go. Weston Miller. Here we go, 10.22. You can replace fossil fuels. Someone with enough money can't just build stuff as they please. Here we are. I'm going to build a statue of Diglett. McNeil Magdong, he says, pre-grading appraisal. I want to hit back too. You got it, man. He says, have a box. Oh, really? All right. So Ali McNeil is here, and he wants to know what his best cards are. You got it, man. So, okay. Turbines require an employee to pick up the dead birds. Gil says, no! What? What are you saying no to? It's got some hollows. All right, let's grab these cards here real fast. Approximately 681,000 birds are currently killed by wind turbines in the U.S. F them birds. Here we go. I'm just teasing you guys. Let me take every most negative take on the subjects. All right, so these are all really nice. I like your Mario cards. I like this Princess Peach especially. And this Drowned, that's really cool. Here's Steve. Yeah, I like those especially. Okay. Birds, you mean drones? You mean government drones? All right. Ooh. Yeah, when it comes to energy, my position is all of the above. We should just be doing all the things. We should have the energy monopoly, not our opponents. Our opponents should not have the monopoly on energy. We would just be a really stupid country if we let that happen. Here we are. If the Ed Sheeran song is in Scarlet Violet, does that mean it's not copyright? What? I don't know. Misfortune Sisters looks pretty close to a 10. All right. I don't know much about these one-piece cards. I'm all about the two-piece, you know what I mean? Chicken McNuggies and fries. This is a hit from the set, though. I can see that. Yo, D, are you going to do this in new Monster Hunter World when it gets released? Is there a new Monster Hunter World coming out? I know my old fans will want me to go play Monster Hunter World, but I'm pretty time-consumed by this channel. Purple Pass. Like, if I had more time, I'd probably spend it on this channel if I had more free times. He says there is. Ah, man. Man. It hurts me, Jason, because there is. I think game music is not copyright. That's how Mr. can play it on stream. Yeah, generally, video game music is not copyrighted because they want you to play their video game music when you stream their game. Resident Evil 4 getting a remake. Oh, man, all these remakes. It kind of makes sense, all the remakes do, because, you know, there's a lot of kids who never played the remakes, or the originals. What's up, Dr. Numb Nuts? I'm Dr. Numb Nuts. Just pop me and Walamanga on your team and we'd smash it. Here we are. Maybe I will find some time to play. I should definitely play through the story. However, the funny thing is I found the story was the worst part of the game. Okay, looking good. I question if these are off-center top to bottom or if they're just asymmetrical. They might just be asymmetrical. Okay, and then we've got this beautiful peach. Very cute. And Job of the Butt. Cool, so those are your hit cards right there, Mr. McNeil. Me and him was your 4th and 5th subs when you started. Walamanga? No, he wasn't my 4th or 5th sub. Because by the time I had started Monster Hunter, I already had over 1,000 subscribers from Dark Souls, right? McNeil Magdaong. There we go. Boy, it took a long time to get my first 1,000 subscribers. I still remember I had no skill with social media. No skill at all. Whew. Remember, you popped your address on here at the beginning. Did I? Well, I moved from there. I'm in a beautiful lake house now, Jason. Vince McMahon. Is that that's the pro wrestling guy, right? Alan DeBeo, 1 spot in the pack break. Mr. Subbed himself. Yeah. I was my only subscriber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that makes 9. Here we are, 9. Look at that. We did manage to fill that time up. Old one where the ladies were upstairs. Ah, so you were talking about them. That's right. So we lived in an apartment, a condo, and there were like only old women living next to us. All 3 of the apartments on our little block were old ladies. Besides the money aspect, what do you enjoy more? Pokemon cards, easily. If Ed Sheeran fans get into Pokemon, it will be like Logan Paul. Maybe. Yeah, so I really enjoy video games. However, when it comes to making video game content, you got to be on the grind so hard. And then I feel like Monster Hunter was lacking some aspect. I don't know what it was. You know what it was? It was this. It was lacking extremely difficult monsters. That was the problem. Extremely difficult monsters for like a team of 4. And so I needed some sort of like incentive to play. You know what I mean? So modern game is mid, Monster Hunter World. Yeah, we'll see how, if there's a new Monster Hunter World game coming out, I'm really interested in what changes they're going to have. Play Dark Souls. Yeah, I really enjoy Dark Souls. So now we've got Alexander Cortez, 3 Sounders Return. Soldiers Return. Okay, you got it, man. Took me a minute. I was like, what is he talking about? Did you see Stone Cold stun the entire McMahon family? What? That's Stone Cold. Sneak. Mr. Alexander Cortez. You ready? Shoop. All right. You got Anima? I'm sorry, Mr. Stupid Tired. Okay, here's Anima. Yeah, I mean, playing video games is really fun. I am 100% addicted to collectibles, which is exactly how I was when I was a kid. I love to hoard money. I love to hoard objects. Ooh, what a snipe, Alexander. Belle Dot Full Art. Belle Dot Full Art. She's got a really fantastic pair of personalities. She's got a great personality. All right. So we got Myra Bomb Killer Glauca McMahon. I'm glad you and Mrs. doing amazing at this. You all deserve it after hearing your life story. Oh, thank you, Jason. Yeah, yeah. You know, and the truth is, we still don't feel like we've reached a certain level of success that we aspire to, because honestly, it's because of the amount of hours we currently work. So she works full time, but that's more like closer to 10 hours a day because she's like this senior developer, team lead type. So whenever there's a problem, it is kind of her responsibility now because she's been promoted twice now. And then for me, you guys know me, I wake up and I just work from the beginning to the end with like kind of like a dinner break in between, not even a lunch break. So, and John can confirm that. He's seen how I work. And then I work on Saturday and Sunday too. So I just work all 7 days. I don't take any off days. So it's weird because we have more money than we've ever had, but not the enjoyment of that money. Does that make sense? But we want to reach that point eventually. And that will probably be, I think, 4 more years of work like this and we'll be all set up. I think that's it. 4 more years like this. I'll be just about 40 and then she will be 30 something. And we'll be all done maybe. And maybe I'll retire and only work on this channel every now and then. And somebody else will have to take over for me. Probably Alex. All right, Alexander Cortez. I'm still waiting to hire a cat girl. When am I going to get contacted by a cat girl who wants to open up cards? I would move to the USA, give you a hand, no wages, just room and meal. Well, we got a spare building. It's like a garage building. It's funny because the garage is so large. It's probably larger than some flats in the UK. Based on what I was seeing, I was researching house prices and house sizes in the UK, by the way. I was doing that a bunch. That's me. That's who I am. I love researching prices of things and understanding how a market's kind of working. I check like Zillow almost every single day, and I was doing that before we were going to move. I'm going to be doing it after we move. I do the Pokemon card market. I do that to coins. I'm addicted to prices. I love understanding how a market is working. So anyways, when you memorize all the prices, which you can do that over time, you start to realize how expensive even a small piece of property in the UK is, especially in certain areas. And it's kind of shocking to me. It's like my garage is like that size. And I got that for free. So once I get a TCC ball, Mr. will eventually not stream it. It won't matter. No, that's not what I'm saying. But probably what I'll do is I will go to working 5 days a week, maybe 4 days a week. So it won't be an everyday stream, that's for sure. And whenever I do that, maybe I should have somebody hired to cover those days for me. You know what I mean? So put this over here. Okay, Sylvester Sands. Can I see my bag? 1 Minecraft, 1 Merlin. You got it. You don't have counsel. I'll cover for you, mister. Yeah, well, we should find somebody. And I'll train them on how all this works. And it will be a probably very good paying kind of job. Like a career type of job. I would prefer that it's a girl. Here we are. I've said that a lot. A girl who collects Pokemon. So specifically that. Here we are. Ride on D's. Eradicate. Woo! You got Magikarp. He's got a little drool in his mouth. He's got that mouth wide open. Wow, Magikarp. What a Pokemon. I would totally go, but I like my work. Sneep. Tammy, quit immediately and start opening Pokemon cards. I mean, I can put on a skirt, but I don't know. Mr. discriminates against men. Actually, did you know in entertainment you're allowed to do that? Yeah, so in most professions, there's a lot of laws, that say you cannot discriminate against people. But when it comes to entertainment, you can say we need specifically women or this specific actor, So I find that really fascinating, but it makes perfect sense because that's entertainment. You know what I mean? What's your ideal retirement age? As soon as possible. Here we go, Dolphin. This is the thing. Even when I'm retired, I'll probably still be working on content because I just enjoy talking and I enjoy making content. But what I don't enjoy is the grind. There's a real grind that occurs. So if I had to make content just for fun, the content would look a lot different. It would mostly just involve me doing whatever felt good rather than what I think sustains the audience's attention at a maximum proficiency. Just make the stream 1 hour. The ancient Greeks had all the women roles played by men. Why can't we just be an e-girl? Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Good question. You was brought up working, dude. Part of your DNA. Yeah, that is so accurate. When I was about 15 years old, one of my youngest brothers was born, and we had something called the buddy system because we had a family of 11 children. And so my oldest sister had a baby, basically a baby. My second oldest sister had a baby, and then voila, I had a baby because I was the third oldest. I was the oldest boy. And so from that point on, for the rest of my time with my family, I was responsible for changing, feeding, even teaching that younger brother like it was my own baby. That was the concept of the buddy system. It's your baby now. And so I was doing that when I was like 15, dude. And then I worked for my dad, and then I got all these jobs. And so now I'm 33, and it feels like I've been working nonstop for the last like 18 years. There was no point in my life where there was like a break or anything. It's really crazy. All right, Sylvester, I didn't have like a year where I bummed around or anything. You know what I mean? All right, Sylvester would be up here. I didn't go traveling in Europe. There was very, very few, very rare vacations for me. So baby is adult now. Who's adult? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, here we are. You're saying my brother's an adult? Yeah, he's an adult now. It's kind of weird to think about. All right. What if he remembers me? You know what I mean? I remember experiencing a lot of stress as a 22-year-old taking care of a baby. Month off for Mr. Right now. When I was 15, and all of a sudden, every single time the baby pooped, I had to change the baby. Every time the baby did anything, I had to do it. I had to potty train the kid all the way up till the point that I left home. I mean, I was 100% responsible for that kid. And I remember just feeling this really sharp stress about it. Something about it just didn't feel right. I felt like I was a kid. I was only 15. I felt like I was a child. And I was like, why am I doing this? You know what I mean? And I think what stressed me out so much was seeing other kids about my age, and they just had no responsibilities. They weren't working for their dad. They weren't raising a kid. They didn't have to teach themselves math, homeschool, which I thought was strange too. Even as a kid, I thought it was strange. Yeah, it was very stressful. That whole house is like a whole basket of bad memories. Let's see. We got, let me click on this. Alexander Cortez. I want to see a pack break. All right, this is it. This is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so the last spot is for Alexander Cortez. The pack break is done. I was lucky, though. The kid I had, I think he was one of the better kids to have. All right, let me ping the Discord. All right. You was a kid. I was. I'm 35 and I'm still a kid. Yeah, I feel that a little bit. I think people say that about themselves. Why didn't your mom do it? Well, she could, I guess, in theory. But there were so many children, so many literal babies. She just considered it more efficient to hand the baby off to one of the other children. So, if I had my youngest brother, she was already pregnant with the next child, or the child had already been born. Actually, at this point, the child would have already been born. All right, here we are. The cheapest buy it now on eBay is $1,500 for Moonbryon. That's how it goes, man. Because what happens is everyone gets the FOMO, and you see the price rise, and this is what it causes. It causes the price to rise. So you see the price go up, and you go, oh my gosh, the price is going up on this. So then you buy in, and then eventually it crashes. We saw this with a lot of Charizards. That exact same thing happened. People are like, I'm never going to get a Charizard. But the truth is, here's a card that's sincerely not rare. There's a lot of them. There's going to be more and more. We could check up the population. It's probably increased by like 50. It's increasing all the time, and it's going to continue to do that. Even after Evolving Skies is out of print, it'll continue to do that because people still got lots of boxes to open. All right, can I get a number? I would bet my card collection that price goes down over time. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. It's just the same pattern over and over again. You see this with a lot of Pokemon cards. The same pattern. Ooh, I like this song that's playing. What is this? There we go. Ah, well, the pack's ruined. All right, that's okay. Set that down. Oh, of course, I would as well. I sold 3 of my Moonbryons this week because it is high. Nice, man. Here's Alexander Cortez. You ready? So we're hoping for a non-holo Pikachu to show up. Did your parents eventually decide to stop having children, or they just had as many as possible? Yeah, I don't exactly know how it worked out. I don't know. I doubt my mother ever got on birth control because, well, they were Catholic. They thought birth control was essentially a sin, right? It was evil to be on birth control. And that's what the Catholic Church actually teaches. So, she was getting pretty old by the last kid. She'd had 11 children, all natural births and everything. And so I imagine she must have been pretty tired, pretty worn out by then. I predict the rarest non-holo Dugtrio. You might be predicting pretty correctly this time, huh? Roberto. Virgilio, Ramiro, Ran. So for whatever reason, she just didn't seem to get pregnant again. She was kind of old at that point, I felt like she was an older person by the time she'd had that last kid. I don't know. Maybe they did practice birth control, or maybe they were just more careful. I highly doubt my dad stopped having sex with my mom because he was only about sex, basically. That's all he cared about. Very sexual. Roberto had a bag, right? Roberto. Ray Satarsky. All right. Let me double check this one more time. He was a real sexual person. Would you say it was sort of a tough love? What's a tough love? I don't know what that is. Is that where you're an asshole to someone and you call it tough love? Raymond, Ryan, Ross, Ryan, Roxanne. I'm making a new bag for him. Our family was pretty extreme. I don't feel like I even had a relationship with my parents, and this is because of a logistical kind of thing. When there's 11 siblings, and you're all crammed in the same house, you're like herded around like sheep, and you don't really have any free time with either parent. You know what I mean? Like you don't get to know your parent. You just know, your parents as a group. You're not like an individual who has an individual relationship with your mom or an individual relationship with your dad. You know what I mean? Every family is unique, I guess. Yeah. Here's Roberto. But yeah, I mean, as I got older and the number of children increased, I basically could go weeks and not really even talk to my parents because they were too busy. Here we are. There we go. And, you might have heard me mention my dad just worked like crazy. So, he was always just working. Here's Alan Abale. So I didn't talk to him too often. And I didn't want to talk to my mom very often. She was crazy, man. Alan. We got, Nidoran. So, it was interesting because I grew up as a kid and didn't really just spend time with my parents. Even though we all lived in the same house. It was impossible. Here we are. Your stepmom. The evil stepmom. Here we go, Nidoran. My stepmom was hot, says Corn Rolls. Oh my God. Trent Caswell, you agreed with your dad's new girlfriend, huh? You said, good job, Dad. All right, Trent, you get the messed up pack. Let me find your bag. Trent. I'm going to call no more orders. Now we're at 3 a.m. Stacy's mom has got it going on. The growlet they got in the first pack, is it gradable? It's gradable. The question is, would it get a 10? And I do not know. Here we are. All right. Sweet. All right. No more orders means order more Pookies, right? Here's Tyler Stites. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it means. Come on, Pikachu. Nope. That is Voltorb. Tyler Stite. That pack has a Charizard. There we go. I remember as a kid having like this rich sort of like inner life, you know, like in my head with a lot of thinking and a lot of thoughts. I did a lot of writing when I was a kid. I did an enormous amount of writing. My family never knew either. It was all super private. And then, but on the outside world, I was extremely quiet. I didn't talk or tell anyone what I was thinking about. It was like too dangerous. You didn't want to talk about what was going on in your mind because it might be used against you, or it might become it might become a problem or something like that. You know what I mean? Might cause an argument or anger or whatever. Here we are, Jacob Underwood. So, you know, if you were capable of shutting up in my particular family, that was an advantage. Pokey Flute. You wanted to shut up and stay out of the way. You did not want to draw attention to yourself. Drawing attention to yourself was dangerous because it could bring with it your parents' ire, which you did not want. I think my parents were just like perpetually stressed. And especially my mom was just like crazy stressed. I don't think she could handle it. And so you would become the punching bag very quickly if you didn't know how to stay away. And some kids didn't, actually. I was real good at being sneaky beaky. I was sneaky beaky as a kid. I feel like there were other kids who weren't so, I don't know, like maybe calculating, it might be the word. Probably they had a lot of stress because children cost a lot of money. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a huge problem when we were younger. Money was such a significant issue for my particular parents. I think it was worse than that. I think my mom, not only did we have money problems because, you know, of the cost of raising so many children, but I think my mom aspired to be like wealthy. You know what I mean? Because when I think about her personality, she seemed to be like that. And so here she is, enabled to accomplish that. And there's nothing she could do about it except for take care of all these loud, you know, noisy kids. My dad has 11 siblings, and his parents were the same. She should have bought Pokies. I know! Everything can be solved with Pokies. Alexander Cortez. But, you know, so maybe it's like, let's say you have a dream. Look at that! Dog Trio! Woohoo! You pulled the rare, Alexander. Look at that Doug Trio. So lovely. I will say this. The two packs were cold packs, but it was Beedrill and Doug Trio, which is way better than like item search or is it item finder, computer search, Pokemon breeder. Those are all rares, right? So those getting the Doug Trio and the Beedrill, I think, is better. Tonight's the night. I die for you. Tonight's the night I die for you. All right, hold on. Let me go ahead and update the menu. We're going to remove the pack break now. Darn, I wish we'd pulled a holo or something. I was actually kind of hoping that we'd be surprised by that. All right, pack break over. You know what's disappointing about that pack break? No Pikachu in either pack. So that's pretty rough, guys. Yeah, I wish we had pulled a Pikachu. The Pikachu is what makes opening the pack valuable. All right, no more orders. No more orders. What's the next pack break? We got a lot of booster packs, so I'm sure we'll have one. But I think it is 3:08 a.m., the perfect time to end the stream. I had a lot of fun talking about a lot of sensitive topics. I'll see you guys tomorrow.